The following is an exclusive presentation of the Auburn Sports Network, a division of Playfly Sports.
For the second straight Saturday, Auburn plays in an NBA arena. Last Saturday, the Tigers beat Chattanooga in Atlanta. Today, the 21st ranked Tigers get number 6 Purdue in the Boilermakers' backyard. Good evening and War Eagle from the Indy Classic at Gainbridge Fieldhouse with Randall Dickey and Brad Law. I'm Andy Burcham. Auburn won uncomfortably last weekend against Chattanooga. Keyshawn Hall, Tahad Pettiford each topped 20 points. Elijah Freeman came off the bench with 19. But Stephen Pearl was not pleased with his team's defense against the outmanned Mocs. He knows today will be more of a test from a big defensive effort. Purdue has spent time at number 1 this season. Matt Painter's team is 10-1 since losing at home to Iowa State. The Boilermakers haven't allowed more than 59 points in wins over Minnesota and Marquette. All-American point guard Braden Smith leads the show. The Bob Cousy Award winner is second in the nation at 9.2 points or 9.2 assists per game. Sharpshooter Fletcher Loyal is Purdue's leading scorer at 14 points per game. 70% of his shots are threes. Oh, and the Boilermakers are big. 6'9", 6'9", 6'11 on the front line and 7'4 coming off the bench. Last year, Auburn played one of its best games in drilling Purdue at Legacy Arena in Birmingham. Tonight, the Tigers look for their biggest non-conference win in front of 18,000 fans rooting for the other team. The CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off starts now.
Exclusive pre-game coverage of the Tigers begins now with the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off. Coming up, analysis, interviews, and a look around college basketball, all to get you ready for Auburn basketball. CB&S Bank has a long history of stability, and just like Auburn University, we have a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. Alongside Coach Randall Dickey, here's the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
We welcome you to chilly Indianapolis, Indiana. Along with Randall Dickey, I'm Andy Burcham. Brad Law joins from the Auburn Sports Network studios. We had a thriller in Game 1 of today's Indy Classic, a game that just ended with Butler, which led most of the game, but holding on to beat Northwestern 61-58. The second game involving a Big Ten team will match your Auburn Tigers, of course, against the number 6 Purdue Boilermakers. We're glad to have you with us in our final game before the Christmas break for this Auburn Tiger Ball Club. And Auburn gets a very tough test today. This place will be packed with black and gold. They're here to try and extract some revenge on the Auburn Tigers, who absolutely dominated Purdue, Randall, a year ago in Birmingham.
Well, Purdue came into Birmingham last year ranked pretty high. I think they were in the top 15 when they came in. The Tigers handled them very well. Today is a little bit different story. They're a year older. They're more balanced. They have excellent guard play, great front line size, and they're very efficient on the front line, both at the center position and the backup center position. They just get bigger as they go down their bench. Really balanced. They got a power forward that's just an outstanding do-it-all, getting 13 points, 10 rebounds a game. In Kaufman Wren, he is a really good player. Going to be a big task for the Tigers today.
All right, how does Auburn go up against this size, as mentioned? They're 6'9", 6'9", 6'11", on the front line. And, oh, by the way, they bring a guy that's 7'4", that was a starter at center, on the floor off the bench this season.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt. Some of the keys that I have for the Tigers to prevail today is really make it athletic, really try to get up and down the floor, try to make it a speed game a little bit more than Purdue would like to play, a little bit more methodical. They're going to play an inside-outside. They're going to try to jam the ball inside to Clough, which is 6'11". Jacobson coming off the bench is 7'4". And then Kaufman Wren is a power forward that just feeds off both those guys to neutralize Purdue's front line. The Tigers must make it athletic.
And that's the key. If there is an advantage for Auburn today, it is its athleticism. We saw that in Iowa State's throttling of Purdue at Mackey Arena in West Lafayette earlier this month. Now, that's a really good Iowa State ball club. We saw that team in Las Vegas. But if Auburn has an advantage, Randall, it is quicks and depth and athleticism today against this Purdue ball club.
Well, it's one thing we don't want to minimize is the All-American guard, and Braden Smith is just a tremendous player. He is the head of the snake for the Purdue Boilermakers. He makes them go. He's averaging 9 assists a game. He can make threes, but he is the quarterback on the floor that makes Purdue's offense run really well.
The 25-minute clock has just started as the Auburn Tigers in their blue uniforms are out and warming up. Wait till you hear Purdue come out on the floor, and you'll hear this big crowd erupt for the Boilermakers here this afternoon. But it is Auburn and Purdue. The Tigers are playing for a second straight game and will play the rest of the season without Emeka Oporum. Auburn also does not have Abdul Bashir, so depth could be a bit of a problem here for today. Auburn cannot get into foul trouble, especially with his frontline guys.
It's going to be a big task to ask the Tigers to defend on the front line, helping off on any kind of drives or anything in the open floor. As far as our big guys getting caught up in it, they cannot get in foul trouble just because of the great size and the great depth that Purdue has. That will hurt the Tigers. We've got to stay in the game with all of our bigs, make the rotation happen, get some production out of those guys, and maybe use our quicks and athleticism to be an advantage against the Boilermakers today.
Tonight's 60-second scout brought to you by Sensogreen, proud sponsor of Auburn Athletics. The experts at Sensogreen with Carrier create a cool indoor retreat for heating, cooling, and insulation. Here's Mike Burgomaster with the 60-second scout of Purdue.
Purdue preseason 1 or 2, depending on what poll you look at, they are a terrific offensive team. They're number 1 in the country right now in adjusted offensive efficiency on KenPom, and they pose a lot of different challenges on the offensive end. Starts with Braden Smith, preseason All-American point guard, Bob Cousy winner last year. The ball's going to be in his hands to start the game, to end the game. He makes them go. He's a terrific passer, but when he's not passing, he's a terrific scorer as well. Then after him, Trey Kaufman-Renn, playing at the 4 for them, is one of the most difficult post-up covers in the country. He can score it over both shoulders. He's a terrific passer. So we're going to have to, not just settle for letting them be comfortable, right? We're going to have to be, try to make aggressive plays and try to make them uncomfortable and make them make mistakes. And then at the end of the day, they're a terrific offensive rebounding team. So when we make them miss, are we going to be able to come up with the rebound? And we've been telling our guys, they average about 66 possessions per game. And so if we stop the one possession, can we do it the other 66? If they score one possession, can we get stops the other 66 possessions? It's not just going to be about one play, but it's the process of 66 possessions for us defensively to try to stop this team.
Give me a scout on the Purdue defense.
Yeah, so defensively, they are a solid team defensively. They'll mix up their ball screen coverages to keep you off balance. They don't like to do a ton of switching. And they don't have great positional size at the guard spots. So, we do feel like we can take advantage of, beating them off the bounce. It's just going to be the length in the paint. Can we make great decisions when we get in there?
That's our 60-second scout of Purdue. Brad Law joins us after the break with the SEC report when the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off continues in a moment.
At CB&S Bank, tradition runs deep. Since 1906, we've been serving families and communities with stability you can count on. And today, that legacy of service continues. Recognized by American Banker as the 16th best performing bank nationally and number 1 in Alabama in their asset category. Being a team member is who we are, which is why we're proud to support Auburn University athletics. So, bank with the best. Visit cbsbank.com to learn more. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
Sniffles and sneezes got you down? GoodRx is here to help with big savings on commonly prescribed cold and flu meds. GoodRx is free and easy to use. GoodRx is accepted at all major pharmacies like CVS, Walmart, and Walgreens. Just search your prescription, find a coupon, then show your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx is not insurance, but it works whether you have insurance or not. If you do, GoodRx may beat your copay price. Download the free app or visit goodrx.com to save today.
The Auburn Spirit. It's what drives champions on the field and in business. At the Harvard College of Business, that same passion shapes the next generation of leaders. With a personalized, hands-on approach, we prepare students for success, whether in the boardroom or big moments in life. Auburn Pride, Auburn Innovation, Harvard College of Business, inspiring business. Visit harvard.auburn.edu to learn more.
The Raymond J. Harvard College of Business presents the SEC Report. A look around the deepest, most challenging conference in college basketball. Accelerate your career with an online MBA from the Harvard College of Business. Learn why they're ranked among the nation's best at harvard.auburn.edu.
24 minutes from Auburn and Purdue. Tigers, one of 4 teams on the hardwood today across the conference. I'm Brad Law from the Auburn Sports Network studios. Let's get to the 2 games that are in progress now. Newark, New Jersey, 14th-ranked Arkansas taking on number 8 Houston. John Calipari's Hogs looking for a 5th straight win, 9th in their last 10 games, and they will need to come from way behind in order to get it. Houston's defense has been a problem. Cougars are stifling the Hogs 40-24, 8.5 minutes to go in the first half in that matchup. Both teams are shooting lights out. They're both over 63% from the floor, but Houston has turned Arkansas over 8 times. Cougars are 14-zip in points off turnovers, so a big edge early for Kelvin Sampson and company over John Calipari and the Razorbacks. 5th straight opponent, by the way, for the Razorbacks, ranked in the top 25. 3rd for the Cougars, all 3 SEC teams. Memphis playing at Mississippi State today. First time for the Tigers in Starkville in 41 years. The 84-85 season, last time they were at the hump. This one memorable. Not good memories for Memphis, though. Mississippi State trying to hang on to a 3-point lead with 30 seconds to go, 69-66. On a day that Josh Hubbard is just 4 of 13 from the floor, Mississippi State has limited Memphis to shooting under 38%. Jaden Epps picking up the slack offensively for the Bulldogs. He has 19 points, 4 made threes in the game. Mississippi State leads by 3, 69-66 with 27 seconds to go. Earlier today in Atlanta, neutral site with a blue court. Kentucky stormed back to beat 22nd-ranked St. John's 78-66. Mark Pope beat his former coach, Rick Pitino. Cats were plus 19 in the second half. Otega Owe led all scorers with 20 points. Kentucky plays Bellarmine Tuesday before an 11-day break ahead of their SEC opener. That's the SEC report. We shift gears now as we get ready for today's game in the home of the NBA's Indiana Pacers. We thought it'd be appropriate to let you hear from a man who has experience in that building. Here's Andy Burcham.
When Marquis Daniels played in Indianapolis, he played at Conseco Fieldhouse, now Gainbridge Fieldhouse, for 3 years, part of the Indiana Pacers. When you come back here now, and you're back into this community, what are your thoughts? What are your memories of playing here in Indiana?
A lot of good times, very cold as it is now, but I had a lot of good memories here, a lot of good times. Just how good the fans were and how good the atmosphere is here. Like, these people, they know basketball around this area, so they know when you're not putting forth your best effort.
What was the thoughts about basketball, and not just with the Pacers, but I mean the college game here with Butler and then obviously the high school game in the state of Indiana?
Yeah, actually, when I first got here, I learned that Notre Dame was here, Purdue. I didn't know where those schools were actually, and so when I was here, I was like, oh, so they're here in Indiana, which makes sense, you know. Some good programs, and like I say, it's high-level basketball here. The talent is really good, you know, from the guys of Eric Gordon's to, you know, George Hill and all those guys. There's a lot of great talent around here, but basketball is something serious in this area.
Yeah. Where was that in your career, in your pro career, the 3 years here in Indianapolis?
It was really good. I think Eric Gordon was coming around that time, and, you know, a lot of guys talking about him and Marcus Teague and Jeff Teague and all those guys around here. And just, like I said, being around here in this community and just seeing how the level of basketball and how well they taught the game and how well they approached the game, it was different from different areas.
What was your role with the Pacers at that point, Marquis?
That role with the Pacers, those 3 years, I was here when, Jermaine O'Neal and, the Danny Grangers, when Danny was starting to come around and become himself. I was more defensive and, I was scoring as well. I think this was probably my career high in scoring was here. But, yeah, it was just a little bit of everything, just being able to be versatile and just display my talents on each side of the ball.
We're getting into an era now where with the transfer portal, there are guys in and out. It's more of a pro mentality now as far as, you connect with a team for maybe a year, and that's about all. How did that affect you in the pros being a part? You were here for 3 years. You played in Dallas. You played in Boston. How did you adapt to that mindset after playing your entire college career at Auburn?
Well, once I got to the NBA, I kind of adapted to they pay you to play. So it was like, you can get traded at any moment. So what you're getting paid to do, you need to go out there and do it. And like you said, it's kind of translating to the college game as well. When I was at Auburn, we weren't making money like that, like these guys are getting. So it was more loyalty and foundation based back then, as opposed to now, like guys are coming to do their job and hopefully they can do it well and hopefully they can stay. But for the most part, they're just trying to find what's best for them and their families.
Yeah. Your role, as you mentioned, was a lot of defense, although you did have your best scoring years here in Indianapolis. What? Give me a game or two or a top memory of a run maybe that the Pacers made while you were here for those 3 years.
That was almost 20 years ago.
Is that hard to believe that it's been 20 years since you were playing basketball here?
Yeah, it's been a long time. I mean, it goes by fast. Wow. Some memories. We had a lot of great times here. Like, even though we didn't make the playoffs, we still had a lot of fun, made a lot of great memories. Some of my friends now are GMs, like Mike Dunleavy, he's a GM. A lot of different players are still coaching and doing different things around the league, and I think the memories are more of what made it better. Like, even though we weren't as good as we projected to be because we had a lot of guys with different injuries in and out, I think the camaraderie we had, from locker rooms and going out on the road and, having dinner with each other and just being there for each other, I think that built special moments and special memories that, going to carry on forever.
All right, nearly 8 points a game scoring for Marquis Daniels in his NBA career, a 10-year career, over 4,300 points in the regular season alone. Marquis Daniels a part of our CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off. We're counting you down to Auburn and Purdue, another top 25 matchup for the Tigers in the pre-conference portion of this schedule. Tigers have not had a game for a week. We'll find out what the last week has been like for Stephen Pearl and company. Andy Burcham visits with the head coach of the Tigers when we come back. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Hey, this is DeMarcus Riddick, looking for a street legal golf cart. Diamond Golf Carts has the largest selections in the state, and the store is right off the Opelika Road, closer than you think, with the location in Auburn, Birmingham, and Huntsville. Raising the bar since 2012, golf cart sales and service. Need a tune-up? Diamond Golf Carts is full service for all your golf carts need, and they offer pickup and delivery. Carrying brands such as Easy Go, Club Car, Yamaha, and much more. Visit DiamondGolfCart.com and drive different, drive Diamond.
Keeping your money in a traditional savings account is like using the Yellow Pages instead of Google. Outdated and slow. Skip the small, slow returns and put your money to work with the Max Elevate Money Market. You get all the same security of a savings account, plus the ability to earn even more on your money. Get started at mymax.com/elevate or call us at 260-2600. Certain restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Summer's here and the open road is calling. RV Roadway answers the call with new and used RVs from the top brands you trust, all ready for your next adventure. With 2 Alabama locations in Opelika and Calera, RV Roadway is ready to help you hit the road in style. And if you need maintenance, their expert service center keeps you rolling smoothly all summer long. Start your journey at RVRoadway.com. RV Roadway, where we sell RVs for less.
From the thrill of the game to your own peaceful retreat, all in one game day. The Residences at Arbor Lake in the heart of Auburn combines comfort, connection, and calm. A short drive from the stadium and AU campus, the Residences at Arbor Lake is a 35-acre escape with stocked fishing lake and private balcony for each unit in the 55-plus apartment community, locally owned and operated. Discover your quiet place. The Residences at Arbor Lake. War Eagle.
Ford presents our exclusive pregame visit with head coach Stephen Pearl. Visit your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Auburn Tigers. Here's Andy Burcham with Coach Pearl.
Another big neutral site game and another one in an NBA venue. What do you think it means to this ball club to get to play in venues like these here in Atlanta, last year in Houston?
Yeah, no, we spent the first 8 years at Auburn trying to get the program to a place where people like Matt Painter would be willing to play this game, because years ago when we first got here, our numbers were so bad that, it did them no good in beating us, and they only is a lose-lose for them, because if we beat them, it kind of messes their season up. So we're at a point now where, some of these programs that have been the best in college basketball for such a long time, want to play us because we have a good number and we've had good teams, and, it just speaks to the progress this program's made. So obviously going to be an unbelievable venue. It's going to be 18,000 Purdue fans in there tonight, so they're going to be fired up, and it will be great, for our guys to get another test in a really difficult environment.
I know it's a much different Auburn team than a year ago, but your memories of that game against Purdue last year in Birmingham.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously, flipped the script. Like, we had, a ton of Auburn fans in Birmingham. It was an unbelievable environment for college basketball, and we played one of our best games of the year. So, we had them down, 30 points, and if they hadn't scored 11 in the last minute, that game would have looked a lot different as far as the spread went. So, we played really well. We guarded really well. We made shots. We just flew around. We kind of overwhelmed them, and, that's what our team was able to do last year. Obviously, a brand new roster, playing against a team that returns 80% of their scoring, 70% of their minutes. So, it's going to be a tall task. But, I think what we do, if we just fly around, play with great effort and energy, we can bother some of the things that they're doing.
Virgo talked about this in the scout. It starts and ends with Braden Smith at the point.
Yeah, he's just, he's the head of the snake. He averaged double-digit points, and he averages 9 assists. So he sets their offense. He gets all those guys involved. He's one of the best passers in college basketball, if not the best passer in college basketball. Just plays with a ton of confidence, and he leads that team. So we just got to do a good job of getting the ball out of his hands, mixing up our ball screen coverages, making him make tough contested twos. We can't give bad help off of shooters or off of bigs on him, because he does such a good job of finding those guys. So got to force him into tough shots, and just can't let him get into a rhythm.
This isn't a Chattanooga where everybody shoots the three, but they do have strategic three-point shooters and good three-point shooters as well.
Yeah, I mean, their guards all shoot it really well. They got a couple bigs off the bench that can shoot it, but for the most part, they're going to play a 3-guard, 2-big lineup where 3 guys can shoot it, and the 2 bigs are really good on the inside. So just got to recognize when you're guarding great shooters, and you got to stay in a stance and got to guard them in transition, but you also got to be in a stance, because they run a lot of really good actions to kind of get those guys free off of down-screen dribble handoffs or pin downs and things like that. So our guards are going to have their hands full, having to guard Braden, but then also, locate their shooters, and we just got to limit their open threes.
Heck of a deal when you can bring a guy that started for you a year ago at 7'4" and bring him off the bench. That's great big depth.
Yeah, I mean, they look like us a little bit last year, just as far as the size that we had on the inside, and they got guys that can post it, and they got guys that they can throw it up to the rim and obviously catch lobs. So we can't let them run their stuff inside the 3-point line. We got to extend all their catches. We got to front the post. We got to be disruptive with our quickness and our speed. And if we're able to do that, we can find ways to bother some of their offensive sets.
What do you learn from their lone loss, the loss to Iowa State at Mackey Arena in West Lafayette?
Yeah, I mean, they did a lot of the things that we did last year against them when we played Purdue the first time. They really did a good job picking up the ball and having great ball pressure. They extended catches on the wings. They doubled the post. They impacted ball screens. They used their speed and quickness to be effective. So if we're able to do that, I think we can disrupt what they do, because if we let them run their stuff on the 3-point line, they're going to have a ton of, they're just going to be comfortable. We can't let them be comfortable offensively.
What do you expect from a defensive standpoint from this Purdue ball club tonight?
Yeah, they're solid. They have great size, so they funnel everything to the rim, and then they don't foul. So we can't look to get bailed out with whistles tonight. So for us, it's about executing our stuff, setting good screens, playing off of 2 feet, finding the open man, and the biggest thing is we got to make shots. This is obviously going to be a big game, and in big games, your guards got to step up and knock down open threes. So, we got to execute. We got to get shots within our offense. We got to make shots, but then when we miss shots, we have the opportunity to go crash the offensive glass. I think it's something that they're susceptible to, is while they're so big, we can use our speed to get around them to get long shots, long rebounds.
Thank you for the visit. Wish all the best today. War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Welcome back to the Ford F-150 Truck Highlight Show.
We saw an outstanding performance, Andy.
It wasn't just a performance, Gabe. F-150 sent a message.
I mean, come on. Towing, payload, technology. It's one highlight after another.
Gabe, it's always game on with a Ford F-150. For the latest offers on the official truck of the Auburn Tigers, see your local Ford dealer today. War Eagle.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit. But we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
You're listening to Auburn basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
About 2.5 minutes on the clock at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and then they'll do starting lineups and get you ready to go. It's the Tigers and Boilermakers, a top 25 battle in Indianapolis tonight. Pregame medical report from East Alabama Health. Tigers playing without Abdul Bashir and without Emeka Oporum. Oporum for the rest of the season. Bashir has been out for about the last 5-6 games. Pregame medical report, East Alabama Health, their team of first responders, proud to provide first aid care back home at Neville Arena and at every Auburn Athletics home event. Let's bring in Coach Randall Dickey, get his keys to the game. Coach, how do you see this one playing out tonight? What do the Tigers need to do to get out of there with a win?
Well, I think defense dominates the first 2 keys today. You got to win the guard position, defend Braden Smith, the All-American point guard. He's the head of the snake. He's the catalyst that makes the Boilermakers go. The Tigers need to neutralize that position at least. Make the game athletic and up-tempo, help eliminate the impact of the bigs if they can do that. Secondly, defend the big guys, 6'11", Oscar Clough, his backup, 7'4", Daniel Jacobson, and the 6'9", Trey Kaufman-Wren, the do-it-all power forward, is last year's third-team All-American, averaging a double-double and 13 points, 10 rebounds this year. Lastly, the Tigers must shoot a good percentage. This will help neutralize and also keep the bigs out of the game for Purdue and off the glass. Defense will be tested as Purdue is getting 20 assists per game from their team. For the Tigers to prevail, today must be athletic, must make it fast and furious.
Got to hold on to the ball, too, Purdue. Not a huge turnover forcing team, but when Auburn has lost games, it's given the other team possessions that it wouldn't ordinarily have. Got to hold on to the ball, value the ball in a hostile environment.
Where they're going to be a little bit different than the Arizona or the Michigan team that the Tigers played earlier in the year. Purdue's going to play a containment type of defense. They're going to funnel everything. They're going to funnel the basketball to the basket and utilize their bigs to defend the basket and defend the goal because they have so much great size. So they're not as necessarily, they will run through passes and they'll look for steals and knockdowns and things like that, but they're more of a containment on the perimeter and more impactful around the basket. So that's going to be something that the Tigers might open up a few extra three-point shots or perimeter jump shots. That's why I think shooting percentage is a big, big key for the Tigers today.
All right, good stuff. As that clock winds down to 0 there in Indianapolis, we can't wait to hear you and the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, on the call. You can watch our broadcast, YouTube, the Auburn Tigers YouTube channel, Courtside Cam. It is free, and so you can check that out. And we thank you for tuning in to an Auburn Sports Network affiliate in your area, or the Auburn Game Day app, or auburntigers.com, however you're tuning in tonight. Sun South has presented Coach's Keys to the Game. Sun South John Deere is the preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. Starting lineups, opening tip, straight ahead, Tigers, Boilermakers, Top 25 Showdown. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
Broom will trigger. Shoot to Hod Pettiford. This one's over. Remember Auburn. We're going to the Alamo. We're going to San Antonio. For the second time in school history, the second time since 2019, the Auburn Tigers are Final Four bound.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
At CB&S Bank, tradition runs deep. Since 1906, we've been serving families and communities with stability you can count on. And today, that legacy of service continues. Recognized by American Banker as the 16th best performing bank nationally and #1 in Alabama in their asset category. Being a team member is who we are, which is why we're proud to support Auburn University athletics. So, bank with the best. Visit cbsbank.com to learn more. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We're counting down to the opening tip. Time to introduce the starting five.
Pettiford, top of the circle. He'll put up a three to tie it. It's good! It's a high between the circles. Screen from Jovic to the left wing for three. Good.
Anytime you set a screen for Tahad Pettiford, he comes on open. You better look out because he can shoot it in that hole.
Tahad Pettiford, Jersey City, New Jersey, Hudson Catholic High School.
Murphy ahead for Overton. Drives into the lane. To the basket. Good.
Beautifully done. Nice steal by Murphy. Made the outlet pass to Overton, and Overton took it coast to coast all the way.
At the top of the circle to Overton. Had the three, didn't take it. Shot clock at 16. Spins down the lane. Overton. Fade away. 8-footer. Good.
Beautiful little step back.
Kevin Overton, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Norman North High School.
Left wing, three ball, Sebastian Williams-Adams. Drives to the hole, hangs, shoots, missed it. Tap up and in by SWA. Low post, Sebastian Williams-Adams. Back into the basket, forces his way in. Goes up with the left hand, score.
Sebastian Williams-Adams, Houston, Texas, St. John's High School.
Shot is up, and it rolls around the rim about 5 times, and Keyshawn Murphy. What an effort. It's a screen for Murphy. Gets to Murphy to the hole. Good. To Murphy at the top. He'll pop a wide open 3. Good.
I think you're seeing the experience of Keyshawn Murphy come out in his late stages of the game.
Keyshawn Murphy, Birmingham, Alabama, Ramsey High School.
Gets it underneath. Hall up with a left hand. Score. Left side Hall. 3-ball Hall. Good. Right wing for Keyshawn Hall. Working outside the lane. Now into the lane. Bumps his man. Gets it back up. And in with a foul.
Nice one-on-one move by Keyshawn Hall.
Keyshawn Big R Hall, Cleveland, Ohio, James Ford Road.
The starting lineups have been presented by Great Southern Wood, makers of Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Auburn with the away team today in the blue uniforms with the orange numerals and lettering, the white trim. Purdue will go with Braden Smith at the point. C.J. Cox and Fletcher Lawyer at the wings. Trey Kaufman-Wren and Oscar Clough on the inside. Purdue 10-1 on the season, 2-0 in Big Ten play. Coached by Matt Painter in his 21st season at his alma mater, a record of 481 and 216. Auburn 8-3 this season, coached by Stephen Pearl. In his first season at Auburn, his record is 9-3. Clough will jump it up against Sebastian Williams-Adams. The tap is controlled by Purdue, and we are underway at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Tigers will go to the basket to our left. Braden Smith across midcourt against Tahad Pettiford. Looks and throws it to the top of the circle for Clough. Clough looking underneath, and a whistle and a foul, and it's going to go against Kevin Overton as he knocks down Fletcher Lawyer.
Purdue ran that high post. They start at the elbow, make a really strong screen. He was really trying to fight hard to get through that screen and end up fouling.
Purdue ball out of bounds, baseline left. The inbound to Clough. Out to the top of the circle for Lawyer. Lawyer, left wing for Braden Smith. Picked up by Kevin Overton in the switch. Top of the circle it comes for Trey Kaufman-Wren. Right wing Lawyer steps into a 3-ball. He missed it. And the rebound pulled in by Keyshawn Hall for Auburn. First offensive possession of the game for the Tigers. Todd Pettiford on the right-hand dribble. Drifts off the right side, throws it top of the circle for Murphy. Right wing for Sebastian Williams-Adams. Top of the circle for Murphy. Shot clock at 13. Sway, low post for Hall. He gets doubled. Left wing, 3-ball. Overton in the air. In and out. Rebound off the glass, and Purdue comes out of there. Lawyer ahead to Braden Smith. No score, just the start of things in Indianapolis.
One of the things, the defense is,
Low post goes to Clough, and he puts it in.
They just take it right down. He is so big, it is so wide, he'll probably go, and I'm not sure what he weighs, but he's probably close to 300, 6'11". He just buried him on the block and turned around and laid it in.
2-0 Purdue. Hall into the corner right side for Murphy. Keyshawn to the wing, now top of the circle for Hall. Hall, a screen from Sway. Left wing, he'll pop a 3-ball for the lead. Good!
Big 3-ball. It's what the Tigers got to do is shoot it in from the perimeter today, neutralize those big guys.
And Auburn presses with a 3-2 lead, 18:23 to go in the first half. Braden Smith walks it forward and across midcourt. Nice push off of Tahad Pettiford. It wasn't called. Left wing, C.J. Cox. Cox picked up by Hall. Top of the circle for Clough. Clough outside the arc. Hands the ball there to Cox. Cox outside the arc, and a switch picked up by Murphy. Skip pass, left side. Lawyer works on Tahad in the lane. Head fake, goes up from about 5 and scores.
Had to make a switch that time. Got caught with a little bit of a mismatch, and he had the angle on the drive. Got it to the center of the paint, and then laid it in.
4-3 Purdue, 17:47 in the first half. Hod, top of the circle for Murphy. Murphy outside the arc, right side now for Tahad Pettiford. To Hall. Head fake at 3, had a 3, didn't take it. Picked up by C.J. Cox, gets a screen from Murph. Double team, picks it up, low post for Murphy. Spins into the lane, up with the right hand, he got it!
Really nice move by Murphy that time. He got him on the roll. Good pass by Hall, but it made a super spin move and a nice looking jump up.
5-4 Auburn, 17-17 to go in the first half of play. Braden Smith, left wing Lawyer. Down to the low post for Kaufman-Wren, to the basket, he scores.
He is so crafty. He's a good one-on-one player. They isolated him on that short corner. He took it one bounce, made a nice move to the basket through Murphy.
17 minutes to go in the first half. Purdue 6, Auburn 5. Pettiford, top of the circle for Murphy. Keyshawn to Overton straight away, outside the arc. Low post Murphy. Gets double teamed, goes up anyway, scores.
That pick and roll, the Tigers are lifting Murphy to the top of the key, pulling Clough, which is the big guy, away from the basket and then rolling him quick. His speed and quickness has paid off 2 possessions in a row.
Auburn 3 of 4 from the field, so is Purdue. Tigers lead it 7-6. Smith, right wing, Cox, 3-ball, good.
That's what makes Purdue so well. They're so balanced. Now, you have to have so much attention on their big guys, but their perimeter guys can really shoot the ball as well.
9-7 Purdue, 16-16, first half of play. Pettiford on the wing, Hall, top of the circle, Williams-Adams. Left wing Overton to Sway. Off the right side now for Murphy. At the top, it's to Todd. Foot on the line, left wing for Sway. Low post Murphy, 8 to shoot against Clough. Puts it on the floor, into the lane, head fake, picks it up, out to the top. Pettiford a 3 at the buzzer, didn't get it. Rebound comes to Smith for Purdue.
Got to get back, they're running.
Cox at the right wing, 3-ball in the air, Cox didn't get it. Long rebound, Smith at the free throw line. Left side, Cox again, that's a 3, good.
That's the biggest disadvantage is when you're in a broken floor. The opponents are driving the ball on a fast break. They take a quick 3 and miss. You're not in good rebounding position, and they got an extra possession that time.
12-7 Purdue. Sebastian, low post, off the hand of Hall, saves it to Sebastian. Left wing Murphy, head fake, drives to the hole against Clough, went up, and it was blocked. Here's Smith the other way for Purdue. Outside the arc, right wing, Lawyer, wide open 3. Nope, that was short. Rebound to Todd Pettiford. Tigers trail 12-7. To Todd on the break, drives to the hole, banked it up, and he didn't get it. Clough with the rebound to Braden Smith. Up the floor, it's Cox. And he dribbled the ball out of bounds, but they called a foul on Auburn. Timeout on the floor. 15 minutes to go in the first half. Purdue 12, Auburn 7. Today's first half presented by Southern Union. Conveniently located just a few miles from Auburn, Southern Union offers classes that easily transfer to the university. Endless opportunities are right up the road. Stay tuned. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Hey Auburn fans, if you're a nursing mother, wounded veteran, special needs family, or caring for an elderly loved one, Snazzy is here to support you. This season, snag free parking passes for select families at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Plus, Snazzy gives away a VIP package every home game. Nominate someone in these groups at snazzy.org. Everything Snazzy does is thanks to Carrier, the inventors of modern air conditioning. Head to snazzy.org now to learn more and apply. Snazzy, accessibility for all.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken and War Eagle with Chick-fil-A.
15 minutes to go in the first half. Purdue leads Auburn 12-7. 2 quick fouls on Sebastian Williams-Adams. I had the first foul on Overton, but the stats have 2 fouls on Sway. And Auburn goes to its bench for Philip Jovich, along with Elijah Freeman, to come into the ball game, joining Pettiford and Hall on the floor for the Tigers, along with Overton for Auburn. Purdue goes to its big man coming off the bench, the 7'4" sophomore Daniel Jacobson.
He is big. He's a legit 7'4". He's long, lanky. He's young. His ceiling is really high. but he impacts the game because of his size. Purdue has already got 4 assists on 5 made baskets. The Tigers are doing all right. Playing fast is one way, but you got to play fast, get back defensively. The Purdue Boilermakers are pushing the ball in transition faster than the Tigers, I think, anticipated.
Braden Smith off 2 inbound passes.
Tigers jump in a zone right here in that 1-1-3 matchup zone.
Smith top of the circle. Bounce pass into the corner to Cox. He has 2 threes to open the ball game. At the top, Kaufman-Wren inside the arc. Right wing 3 ball, Braden Smith didn't get it. Rebound underneath for Keyshawn Hall, or rather Murphy, up the floor to Freeman. Right wing for Pettiford. Tahad, 18-footer in the air. Good.
Oh, really nicely done. The Tigers pushed the ball kind of in a secondary break, so to speak. Tahad made a nice move, took a short mid-range jumper to bury it.
3-point lead for Purdue. 12-9 Boilermakers, 14-15 first half of play. Smith, a screen off the right wing. Cox, another 3. He didn't get it. And a whistle and a foul, and it's going to be a push on Keyshawn Hall underneath.
It's a little bit unusual right there. As physical as it is when the Tigers have the ball around our basket. That time it was just a little bit of a nudge, but they caught Hall pushing off on the rebound.
3rd foul against the Tigers. Purdue has not been called for a foul yet. That's not unusual.
Tigers are going to be in the zone on the baseline out of bounds against Purdue here.
Lawyer, the inbound, on the wing for Kaufman-Wren. Puts it on the floor, drives on Jovic into the lane. Goes up with the right hand, he didn't get it. And the rebound to Hall for the Tigers.
2 possessions in a row. The zone defense has made a difference in the Tigers.
Keyshawn, right wing 3 for the tie. It's short. And the rebound pulled in by Cox for Purdue. Ahead to Braden Smith across midcourt. Left wing for Cox. 1 dribble, top of the circle, Kaufman-Wren to Smith on the wing. Drives in the lane, ball knocked away. Still loose. Purdue basketball, whistle, jump ball. Jump ball, Auburn will get it.
That was excellent defense. The Tigers in transition that time went back man to man. They picked up, kind of surprised the Boilermakers that time. Deflected the basketball, and what an effort to dive on that floor to tie it up, to create the alternate possession.
Jakari Harris, 6'3" sophomore from Atlanta in the ball game for Purdue. Tigers trail by 3, 12-9 with 13:40 to go in the first half of play. In Indianapolis, Pettiford, right wing, hands the ball there to Hall. Looks to the top, further down the right side, it's Murphy. Keyshawn. Pettiford, right wing 3 for the Tide. Didn't get it. Rebound Freeman, low post. Head fake goes up, ball was blocked. And here's Purdue the other way. Smith pushes the tempo. Gets it to the key, picks up the dribble. Right side, underneath and out of bounds, but a foul called against Auburn.
Pretty good defensive transition, but those big guys, Clough, 6'11", Jacobson, 7'4", they plant themselves in front of the rim.
The head fake's not going to help you much, is it?
No, it's tough.
Inbound, right wing, 3 ball in the air, Lawyer. Nope. Rebound tap, comes right back to it.
Another
Smith,
opportunity here.
Low post Jacobson with a right hand, he scores.
Just utilizes his size right over Murphy. Murphy's a big guy for the Tigers anyway, but Jacobson really towers over him.
14-9 Purdue, 12:54 in the first half. Tahad Pettiford, a screen from Jovic. Gets the ball to Phillip outside the arc, picked up by Braden Smith. Drives on Smith to the hole, goes up. He didn't get it, tapped up and missed by Freeman, and the rebound to Purdue. Harris leaves for Smith. Back to Harris for 3. Good.
They're pushing the ball in transition a lot faster, I think, than the Tigers realized. They did not get back. Floated open, let him make a wide open 3. Tigers got to get back and find their guy.
Purdue fans on their feet. 17-9, Boilermakers lead it. Auburn of its last 5 from the field. Down the lane, Freeman gets bumped, goes up for the shot, didn't get it, but was fouled. I think was fouled, right?
I think he was in the act of shooting that time. I think he'll get 2 free throws.
He will. And that will be the first foul on Purdue. The officials today, DJ Cartenson, Bart Lennox, and Owen Short. And Elijah Freeman at the line for 2 for Auburn. Harris was whistled for the foul out of Grayson High School in Atlanta. Elijah at the line for a couple. First free throw is good.
He could be a big X factor as the game goes on, Andy, because he's 6'8" or 6'9". He's long, he's lanky, he's quick, and he's really been involved in a couple of different plays. As long as he does it, as he knives to the basket or slashes to the basket, that would be a positive for the Tigers.
Pettiford out, and Caden Magwood is in at the point for the Tigers. Talented freshman out of Louisville, Kentucky. Freeman makes both of his free throws. Trims the lead to 6, 17-11. Purdue on top. 3 threes in this first half for the Boilermakers. Braden Smith between the circles, gets a screen. Picked up by Freeman. Lobs it off the right side for Kaufman-Renn from about 15 feet. Didn't get it. Long rebound, Kaufman-Renn. They're killing Auburn on the boards.
They really are getting more opportunities than they deserve.
Harris to the hole, missed it. Rebound out of there to Philip Jovic. Ball tapped, comes ahead to Magwood. Tigers trail by 6 with the basketball. 11:42, first half of play. Caden down the left wing for Freeman. Elijah picked up by Braden Smith. A screen from Murphy. Back to Murphy. Double team. Kicks it to the corner. Hall had a 3, didn't take it. Drives to the hole. Goes up and under and in.
Really nice play. The Tigers went from one side of the floor to the other. Made the Purdue's defense have to move. It got them off balance, and the athleticism of the Tigers paid off that time.
4 straight points for Auburn. They trimmed the lead to 4. It's 17-13 Purdue. 11-14 in the first half. Smith in the lane. Right side Harris, but it's deflected out of bounds by Keyshawn Hall, and it takes us to immediate timeout. 11:10 to go in the first half. Our score, Purdue 17, Auburn 13. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network. Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner. Since 1992, Alicomp has been putting points on the board by providing championship-level workers' compensation insurance to Alabama-based businesses of all types and sizes. Alicomp has the right people in the right positions to produce the results to save you money and pays you a dividend. Your team is your most valuable asset, so make sure that they are protected. Ask your agent for an Alicomp quote today. Get the coverage you can count on with Alicomp. Don't just insure, be sure. It's the Alicomp way.
Auburn women's basketball leads off a basketball doubleheader Monday, December 29th. The Tigers close out non-conference play by hosting Jackson State at 1 p.m. Central. Tickets are available at aubtix.com. Whataburger patty melts will be available for fans that arrive early. Come out and support the Tigers against Jackson State in Neville Arena. Monday, December 29th at 1 p.m. Central. War Eagle.
Brad Law in the Auburn Sports Network studios checking the Yellowwood scoreboard. Mississippi State did hang on to beat Memphis 71-66 in Starkville today. And Arkansas went on a run late in the first half. They've closed a nearly 20-point gap to Houston, down to just 8 points as they play in Newark. Cougars on top of the Hogs 49-41. That's a Yellowwood scoreboard. Let's get you back to Indy. Voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham and Coach Randall Dickey.
17-13 Purdue with 11-10 in the first half of play. Purdue 7 of 16 from the field, including 3 of 8 from 3. Auburn 5 of 14 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. Rebounding so far, Purdue 10, Auburn 7. And Purdue has picked up 3 offensive rebounds to Auburn's 2. But 5 of Purdue's points have come on second chance opportunities here in the first half.
That's the difference in the first half. In this first half of the beginning of the game, they're getting second opportunities, but they're cashing in. They're 3 for 8 from the three-point line, but the difference is 44% overall from the field. The Tigers only 36.
Purdue ball out of bounds. Harris to Jacobson. Hands to Braden Smith. To Jacobson outside the arc. Picked up by Magwood.
Tigers go back to the zone defense.
Kaufman-Renn backs up against Sebastian Williams-Adams. That's smart. Gets picked up by Jovic and still scores in spite of the fact that he traveled.
Sure looked like it here. He's a hard guy to defend. He's 6'9". He's an All-American. He's averaging 13 points, 10 rebounds a game, and he really was powered his way to the basket.
Keyshawn Hall at the top. It's Magwood outside the arc, 14 to shoot for the Tigers. To the right wing for Kevin Overton. Screen from Jovic. Down the lane, kicks it to the corner. 3 ball in the air, Hall. No. Weak side rebound. Jovic against the big guy, Jacobson, and he draws a foul on the way back up.
Outstanding effort by Philip Jovic that time. He was just pursued, went up amongst the trees, got that offensive rebound, tried to go back and score and got fouled. Has an opportunity for 2 free throws right here.
Jacobson whistled for the foul, his first. That's Purdue's second. And Jovic at the line to shoot 2 for Auburn. Freshman from Bosnia-Herzegovina. First free throw missed off the right side of the iron. Clough is in, replacing Jacobson. Jack Benter is in for Purdue, replacing Kaufman-Wren. And Sebastian Williams-Adams with those 2 fouls comes back out. And Murphy back into the lineup for Auburn. Tigers trail by 6. Jovic can cut the lead to 5 with his second free throw. And he does.
Gives the Tigers a chance a little bit. They're going to drop back this time. They're going to get into the...
Benter in at the backup point right now, replacing Smith. To the wing, to the top for Clough. Now Smith off the right wing, top of the circle. Wide open 3 ball, Benter, good.
They go back to the man-to-man that time. We just got to press up a little bit more, put a little bit more pressure on the guard play, because the guard play is what Purdue is really excelling at right now.
Matches the biggest lead of the ball game for Purdue right now, 22-14. Magwood off the left wing. Overton, long 3, left wing, swish by Kevin Overton.
Really nice play. Tigers, it's one thing they have to do the entire day is be persistent. 22-17 is nothing for the Tigers, but their defense has got to pick up on the perimeter, be a little bit more aggressive on the Boilermakers.
9:34 in the first, Boilermakers 22, Auburn 17. Smith all the way to the hole, got pushed, missed a layup. And Braden Smith goes to the line to shoot 2 for Purdue. Well, Auburn just gave him a lane to the basket.
He's so crafty. He used a change of pace dribble that time. He kind of hesitated and then he spurted out. They thought they had him covered. He had the angle to the basket, but he got all the way to the hole. He was lucky that he did not go into the free throw line for a 3-point play.
You're right. First free throw by Smith is good. Preseason All-American. Number 2 in the Big Ten in career assists. He's Purdue's all-time leader in assists. He already has 6 in his first half. And he knocks on both free throws.
Oh, he's the guy that really makes them go. Right here's a segment. They just take him out to rest him a little bit before the 8-minute media. So it might give the Tigers 3 or 4 possessions here without him on the floor to take advantage of that.
24-17 Purdue, 9:26 on a counting clock in the first half. Magwood across midcourt, left wing for Kevin Overton. Overton drives into the key, bounce pass right side for Magwood, backs up on the left-hand dribble. Further down the right side, it's Hall. Keyshawn goes baseline, double team, drives to the hole, goes up, and draws a foul. He'll go to the line for a couple.
I really like the idea that the Tigers have right now offensively. They're lifting Murphy high, pulling Clough, which is 6'11", away from the basket. It opens up driving lanes, as you saw right there. Hall put it on the deck, drove it hard, and got fouled. That's what the Tigers got to do. Get the bigs away from the basket, drive it to the basket. If they collapse, it's going to open up 3-point shots on the opposite side.
It was not a shooting foul. He was passing when he was fouled, so Auburn has it out of bounds baseline left. Sebastian Williams-Adams will trigger. Lobs it, Hall left wing to Magwood. Low post, Sebastian Williams-Adams against Clough. Head fake, goes up in traffic, didn't get it. Rebound tap, no. Rebound Overton. Free throw line, Sebastian Williams-Adams down the lane, missed it. Rebound out of bounds to Auburn. You can hear the Purdue crowd.
Oh, it's a man's game around the glass today. You better bring your lunch pail and a couple of different sandwiches today.
And a thermos.
That's for sure, because it is physical and it's big. They're letting the officials are really letting those guys play around the basket.
Out of bounds, baseline right. Down to 7 Auburn ball. Need to get it in. Lob it. Murphy, mid lane. Goes up, and they got him for an offensive foul.
Yeah, he kind of dropped his shoulder that time, planted his shoulder in the chest.
Made the shot, but it won't count on the foul, the first of the day.
Really good idea.
The
thought process was really good by Murphy. It just did not carry through for the play.
24-17 Purdue with the lead and the basketball. Cox back into the lineup for the Boilermakers.
Looks like the Tigers are going to go back man-to-man this time.
Cox across midcourt in the center circle. Passes left side on the wing. That's Omer Mayer. Pull-up jumper by Mayer. No. Weak side rebound. Klupp.
Another offensive rebound by the Boilermakers.
Drop, step up, and good. 9-point lead. Magwood quickly up the floor for the Tigers. Drives with the left hand to the free throw line. 17-footer. Good, Caden Magwood.
As you see the speed of the game when the Tigers push the ball fast up the floor, it opens up driving lanes. Got Magwood a mid-range jump shot, and that was a good look.
Find your piece of paradise on the Alabama Gulf Coast with Mindy Jones of Remax Paradise. Visit Mindy at paradise.com. Timeout on the floor. 8:19 in the first as Auburn called a timeout. Tigers trail Purdue 26-19. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
The Whataburger Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich is back, and it's still bigger and better than any chicken sandwich out there. More chicken strips, more Monterey Jack cheese smothered in buffalo and ranch, all on a 5-inch bun. There's so much crispy, cheesy, saucy goodness, you may find yourself speechless when someone asks what's your favorite part. Not because you can't find the words, just because it's hard to talk when your mouth's full with this much deliciousness. The Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich is back for a limited time. What a burger.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Back to Indianapolis for more Auburn basketball against Purdue.
8:19 to go in the first half of the Indy Classic. Auburn trails Purdue 26-19. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. With Randall Dickey here in Indianapolis, I'm Andy Merchant, Brad Law in our Auburn Sports Network studios. After today, this Auburn team will disperse tomorrow and head home for the holidays. They'll be coming back to Auburn, I believe, on the 26th and gearing up for a 9 o'clock Central Time start against Queens University. That's December 29th, and our coverage begins at 8:30 that night. It's a doubleheader. The Auburn women playing that afternoon at 1 at Neville Arena.
Looks like the Tigers are going to pick up full court this time and press a little bit, make it hard for the Boilermakers to get it in bounds.
They do get the ball in bounds to Benter. And now to Mayer, who'll bring the ball up the floor. Really a 4-guard lineup right now for Purdue with the big in there, Klupp. And a steal by Murphy, but Klupp runs it down to the other side of midcourt. Left wing whistle.
Clock. What about the shot clock?
The shot clock didn't reset. Or did. It did reset. It shouldn't have. And they're going to reset it to 11 with 8 minutes to go in the first half. Purdue will get 11 on the shot clock. Leading Auburn 26-19. Inbound to Mayer. Left wing, head fake at 3. Drive to the hole. Underneath the basket. Shot is up and it's good by Lawyer.
It seems like when they make a switch, when the Tigers switch from big to the guard, put one of the Tigers' bigs on one of the Boilermakers' guards, they just drive them to the basket. And that time, Lawyer made a really nice play over Murphy.
28-19. Purdue with its biggest lead of the ball game. Pettiford with 12 to shoot. Brings it top of the circle to Overton. KO with 7 to shoot. A screen from Murphy, double team. KO at the top, into the key, into the lane, 15-footer, good.
Really nice play right at the buzzer. Made the Boilermakers have to defend. They're putting Clough in ball screens, pulling him out, getting him away from the basket.
Mayer, left wing Clough, working on Murphy there, outside the arc. Now top of the circle for Bencher. Bencher at the top for Clough. For Lawyer on the right wing, picks up the dribble at the top. Head fake, left wing, head fake there. They'll go low post for Clough against Murphy. 1 to shoot, 0 to shoot. They just ran out of time.
Outstanding. One of the first shutouts the Tigers have had today. Defensively was outstanding. They used their quicks. They were really getting after it, and you see who's coming in right now because of that.
Braden Smith comes back into the lineup along with Trey Kaufman-Wren. Jovic checks out for Auburn. Sebastian Williams-Adams is in. For Auburn, it's Sway, Freeman, Murphy, Overton, and Tahad. Murphy has it at the top to Overton. Down to Murphy, to the basket, hangs, shoots, and didn't get it, but was fouled by Kaufman-Wren. And Murph will go to the line to shoot 2 for Auburn. Doggone it if that had just fallen.
That time, the Boilermakers changed their ball screen defense. They did not hedge that time as hard. It gave the roller, which is Murphy slicing to the basket, a wide open lane on the rotation. I thought he was going to dunk the ball in, but he did draw the foul, and he gets 2 free throws.
54% from the charity stripe for the senior out of Ramsey High School in Birmingham. And the first free throw is good for Keyshawn Murphy. Trims the lead to 6. Sebastian Williams-Adams out. Hall back in for Auburn.
The Tigers have really battled on the boards. They've evened it up, 11 to 11. I'd like to see them shoot a little bit better percentage.
Auburn 8 of 21. Murphy missed the second free throw.
Got to cash in. When you get a freebie, you need to cash in, especially when you're on the road playing an opponent as good as the Purdue Boilermakers in this hostile environment. Tigers jump back in the zone.
6-point lead for Purdue. Smith, free throw line, Kaufman-Wren down the lane, all the way to the hole, and he put it in. Has an easy bucket for Purdue. 8-point lead for the Boilermakers. 6:08 in the first half of play. Auburn basketball. Kaufman, Hall at the point. Left wing Overton to Hall. Now to Murphy. To Pettiford at the right wing. Tahad, a screen from Murphy. Left wing, it goes for Hall. Shot clock at 9. Hall on the wing, goes baseline, 5 to shoot. Gets bumped, goes up, and scores.
That's the first time we've seen Hall really aggressively use his strength, put his body on Wren that time, and just went up right up over the top of him and stuck it in the basket.
6-point lead for Purdue. 5:35 in the first half of play. Smith works down the left side of the lane. In the lane, fade away from 13, it's good.
They're just getting the ball inside. The points in the paint right now, Purdue is really winning that battle.
18-8 right now, points in the paint for Purdue. Tahad on the wing, Overton, top of the circle for Murphy. Inside the arc, it's Freeman, now outside at the right wing. Low post on the baseline. Hall tried to throw it to Overton, and Smith stepped in front of it. 8-point lead for Purdue with the basketball. 5 minutes in the first half. Smith on the left wing. Brings it out to the top of the circle, working on Keyshawn Murphy. At 6 foot against 6'10". Smith into the lane. Head fake, goes up and draws the foul on Murphy. And they are doing their damage in the lane right now, friends.
Anytime you have a switch where Murphy went over to take Braden Smith, which is Boilermaker's point guard, he just kind of isolated him, drove around him, was really crafty with the basketball, made a little shot fake, and got Murphy to draw to foul him that time, and he gets back to the free throw line.
Smith with 7 assists in this game now, with 866 in his career. He will be the Big Ten's all-time leading assist maker by the time probably mid-January.
Yeah, I think he's closing in on the great Mateen Cleaves' record that was at Michigan State. But he's had an outstanding career. But the Tigers got to do a little bit better job on him, and certainly got to keep him off the free throw line.
Smith with 5 points, make it 6. And Purdue has its largest lead of the contest at 10. 34-24, 4:40 to go in the first half. Pettiford inside the arc, Freeman. Now top of the circle for Keyshawn Hall. Down the left side of the lane, cut off by Smith. Top of the circle for Tahad. Left wing Overton. Outside the arc, 12 to shoot. Overton backs up. 9 to shoot. Overton, top of the circle. He'll pop a three from there. Didn't get it. Rebound to the baseline, and Purdue has it. Smith leads the break for the Boilermakers, leading by 10. 4:10 in the first half. Braden. Low post, ball stolen. Nope, right comes right to Purdue. Top of the circle. Smith, 13 to shoot. Purdue by 10 with the ball. Braden Smith penetrates. Kicks it to the corner. Lawyer, three. Nope. Rebound Jacobson mid lane for Purdue. Right wing three, Cox. That's good.
Well, that's just so hard to defend. 7'4", gets an offensive rebounding, draws the defense inside the paint and kicks it out for a wide open three for the Boilermakers.
13-point lead for Purdue. Pettiford at the wing. Left wing for Overton. He'll pop a three for Auburn. That's good.
It's good basket. I think the Tigers have figured out if they'll go from one side of the floor to the other and make the Boilermakers change their defensive position, it opens up not only three-point shots like it did then for Overton.
Purdue ball leading Auburn by 10. 3:13 first half. 37-27 Purdue. Kaufman-Wren. Left wing for Braden Smith. To Cox at the top. Right wing for Lawyer. Lawyer back to the top for Cox around the perimeter. Jacobson picks up the ball and it's stolen. Elijah Freeman one-on-one against Braden Smith. Has to pick it up. Ball is down in the key. Now out to the top for Overton. As Purdue gets back. Down 10 Auburn ball. Overton. Low post, Jovic to the hole strong. It was blocked by Jacobson. Braden Smith, left wing for Lawyer. Runs through an Auburn player, and a block is called against Kevin Overton, and that's his second foul. And that's the third Auburn player in this half with 2 fouls apiece. Overton, Williams, Adams, and Murphy. Purdue ball when we come back. 2:41 to go in the first half. Boilermakers lead Auburn by 10. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Hey, Mom, sorry for the late message. It's been absolutely crazy here. And this morning, I went for a run on Kailua Beach and saw the most insane sunrise. I sent some photos. And then this afternoon, we worked on another Black Hawk. My new unit is amazing. I'm learning a ton. And guess what? You called it. I'm going surfing on Sunday. And we're going to... All right, yeah, cool. Be right there. I gotta go. I'll see you next week. I love you.
Learn how you can be all you can be at GoArmy.com.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Hall of Fame quarterback Jason Campbell.
It's something to be said about seeing things through. And we live in a time and an age where it's almost so you get blinded by the money or the dangle that some other school dangles out in front of you that makes it sound so perfect. And there's no perfect place. You know, if I got to expect Auburn to be perfect for me to be here, I'm probably not going to be here because Auburn can't be perfect. I can't be perfect. You can't be perfect. We can learn a lot in this day and age from the past of teaching these young men and women to see things through. It helped me in my National Football League career. I went through 6 coordinators out of 10 years in National Football League. And I could adapt each time where others couldn't.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
Hey, Brad Law in the Auburn Sports Network studios. 2 minutes, 41 seconds of game time away from Conecuh halftime, where we will take an extensive look at the Yellowwood scoreboard, SEC top 25 action, even how the SEC has done in the playoff so far, 2-2 so far in the college football playoff, plus a brief Auburn Athletics report presented by Auburn Bank, because there's just not much going on here as we approach Christmas week. Plus, we'll give you all the pertinent stats from the first 20 minutes. Big stat here, points in the paint, big in Purdue's favor. It's why the Tigers trail by 10, 37-27. We'll go back, see if Auburn can win the final 2:41 of the first half and go into Conecuh halftime with a little momentum. Let's send it back now to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham and Coach Randall Dickey.
Purdue is a good free throw shooting team, 74%. The Boilers are 4 of 4 today. And they're back at the free throw line with Fletcher Lawyer, who shoots only 92%.
Yeah, the Tigers just giving up way too many points in this first half. They need to pick their defense up.
Lawyer makes the first free throw.
Purdue shooting 56% from the field, 45 from the three-point line.
Yeah. 5 of 11 from 3.
And 10 second chance points out of their 38 points.
Lawyer knocks home both. L-O-Y-E-R. Fletcher Lawyer from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Boilermakers by 12, 39-27. Jovic, right side on the wing. It's Pettiford to the top for Overton. Kevin drives it down the lane, goes hard against Jacobson, and takes him right to the hole with a basket.
KO, Kevin Overton, is one of the guys on the Auburn team that's got the physicalness that he can put the ball on the deck and take the hit and still finish, and he did then. A really nice play.
He leads Auburn with 10. Cox, right corner 3 ball for Purdue. His 4th of the first half of play. Auburn just completely lost him in on the defense.
It seemed like, I don't know if half of them were in man-to-man, the other one was in zone. I'm not sure how he floated so wide open.
He has 4 threes in the first half. And Purdue leads Auburn by 13 points, 42-29. Left wing Freeman bumped and fouled by Cox. His first foul. That's just the 5th foul against Purdue. And that's not unusual. They just don't foul you very much.
They really don't. They play very vertical at the rim, and then they play containment on the perimeter. They're not really trying to overplay, reach, and grab and try to run through passes. They play smart, control basketball. Coach Painter's done that for a long, long time.
13-point lead for Purdue, Auburn basketball. Harris back into the lineup for the Boilermakers. Overton straight away 3, nope. Rebound Purdue.
I was going to say if he made that one, he'd be right on fire, but just barely missed it.
Smith weaves his way through traffic to the right wing. Top of the circle for Trey Kaufman-Wren. Working on Tahad Pettiford, who's been held to just 2 points in this first half. Kaufman-Wren up and in.
Just too powerful on the switch off. You have the 6'9", All-American, and Kaufman-Wren against a much shorter Tahad Pettiford. Just too big of a mismatch there to ask Tahad to guard him.
Drive by Jovic to the hole. He put it up. He didn't get it. Rebound Overton goes back up and he gets fouled.
Good second opportunity for the Tigers that time. Kevin Overton stuck his nose in there, grabbed the offensive rebound, and drew the foul.
That will be the second, I believe, on Jacobson. Yep, it's his second foul. And he'll come out. And Oscar Clough, who transferred to Purdue from San Diego State, will come in after the first free throw attempt by Kevin Overton, who leads Auburn with 10. Free throw from KO is missed.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of that. You got 59 seconds. You'd like to get 2 possessions out of this if you're the Auburn Tigers to try to carve a little bit more into this lead that the Boilermakers have got right now.
59.1 seconds in the first. Overton can cut the lead to 12. And he does. Excuse me, 14, 44-30. The lead for Purdue. Smith to Clough. Outside the arc, Kaufman-Wren. Kaufman-Wren down the left side of the lane. Picked up by Keyshawn Hall. Bumps him. Bumps him again. Skip pass. Low post. Clough dumps it.
Just too much size. Yeah, Clough 6'11", and to ask Philip Jovic to defend him in front, they just pass right over the top of him for an easy basket.
22-10. The points in the paint advantage for Purdue as Auburn will work for a final shot, trailing by 16 points against Purdue. Pettiford has just 2 points in the first half. The ball is in his hands. 11. Bounce pass, Jovic. Left wing, Hall. 7. At the top, it's Kaufman. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Drives up and under, and he scores.
Really nice basket right there.
And the shot from three-quarter court actually caught rim for Purdue, but it falls away. And Purdue with a 14-point lead at the half. Purdue 46, Auburn 32 at the Indy Classic at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. See if the Tigers can make a run in the second half. But to tell you about everything else, it's time now for Conecuh halftime, and here is Brad Law.
Okay, Andy, thank you very much. Kind of a familiar story. Team with some size on the inside, using rebounding and using high percentage shots to their advantage. Purdue builds a 14-point lead at the half. We'll start with a check of the Yellowwood scoreboard. Games involving SEC teams. There's one in progress right now. They're playing a top 25 game in Newark, where Kelvin Sampson and Houston lead John Calipari's Arkansas Razorbacks by a dozen. 14.5 minutes to go. It's 64-52. Emmanuel Sharp with 17 points to lead the way for Houston. He's hit 3 threes in the ballgame. Houston built an 18-point first-half lead before the Razorbacks stormed back and actually made it an 8-point game at halftime. But Houston has not only held the Hogs at bay, they've extended their lead, and it's now a 10-point ball game as Arkansas just scored. So 14 minutes to go in the game in Newark. Houston 64, Arkansas 54. Razorbacks come in having won 9 of their previous 10 games, but running into a big challenge against that top 10 Houston ball club. Everything else in the league is final from earlier today. Kentucky scored a big come-from-behind win over 22nd-ranked St. John's, 78-66. Otega Owe with 20 points to lead the way for the Cats. That was a game-high scoring effort from Owe. Kentucky trailed this game by 7 at halftime, but the student beat the teacher as Mark Pope beats his former head coach and Rick Pitino. St. John's is 7-4 on the season, and 3 of their 4 losses have been to SEC teams, Auburn, Alabama, and now Kentucky. Kentucky improves to 8-4 with the win. That game played in Atlanta. In a game played in Starkville, Mississippi State held off Memphis 71-66. Big day for Jaden Epps. He led Mississippi State in scoring with 19. Bulldogs get the win. They have now won 3 straight and 4 of their last 5. They got a little bit of a boost from their win over Utah a couple of weeks ago, took care of Long Island, and now today beat Memphis. Mississippi State will play Alabama State on Monday the 29th before opening SEC play at Texas here in a couple of weeks. That's a Yellowwood scoreboard for SEC action. Outside the SEC, top 25 teams, number 23 Virginia hosting Maryland. That game is tied with 15.5 minutes to go. Cavaliers and Terrapins 33 apiece. North Carolina moves to 11-1 on the season. North Carolina ranked quietly 12th in the country. Tar Heels get by Ohio State 71-70. It was 9th-ranked Michigan State knocking off Oakland 79-70, and 11th-ranked Louisville cruised past Montana 94-54. So that's a Yellowwood scoreboard. College basketball action still to come. Number 1 Arizona will take on San Diego State in Phoenix and in Madison Square Garden at 7 o'clock tonight. So about 45 minutes from now, 3rd-ranked Duke will tip against number 19 Texas Tech. Our score at the half: Purdue leads your Auburn Tigers 46-32. Brief look around Auburn athletics when we come back to the Auburn Sports Network studios. This is Auburn basketball, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
On the court, a perfect assist sets up success. That's what the Ford F-150 truck can do for you. Whether you're up against a deadline or taking some time to unwind, F-150 delivers the power, capability, and reliability you need to make every play. From the worksite to the campsite, it's game on in the Ford F-150. This is Andy Bertram. For great offers on the official truck of the Auburn Tigers, see your local Ford dealer today. Whoa, Regal.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Bertram.
Hall of Fame quarterback Jason Campbell.
It's something to be said about seeing things through. And we live in a time and an age where it's almost so you get blinded by the money or the dangle that some other school dangles out in front of you that makes it sound so perfect. And there's no perfect place. You know, if I got to expect Auburn to be perfect for me to be here, I'm probably not going to be here because Auburn can't be perfect. I can't be perfect. You can't be perfect. We can learn a lot in this day and age from the past of teaching these young men and women to see things through. It helped me in my National Football League career. I went through 6 coordinators out of 10 years in National Football League. And I could adapt each time where others couldn't.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays, wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison. And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
Is sharing it in the car during the holidays.
I do love that. We will pack the car with gifts, and of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Everyone from 1 to 116 would love Chick-fil-A's chicken nuggets.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
It is Conecuh halftime. Auburn trails Purdue 46-32. I'm Brad Law in the Auburn Sports Network studios. Boilermakers made their last 4 shots in the first half, capped off a torrid shooting half for Purdue. They made 61% of their shots in that opening 20 minutes. We'll run through all the stats for you coming up in the next segment. Right now, we'll look around Auburn athletics. That is always presented by Auburn Bank, champions of you. And it's a limited update as we head into the week of Christmas. Nothing on the athletics calendar. We'll give you an update. The women's basketball over the last week played 3 games in 5 days. And they capped the trip with a win over Alcorn State this past Thursday. Beat Alcorn State 62-50. At Neville Arena, forcing 24 turnovers, turning those into 29 points. Tigers really got out to an early 18-6 lead after the first quarter, then outscored Alcorn State by 6 in the second, by 5 in the third, and then won at 62-50. Hadi Lay scored 15 points. Harasum Koulibaly, the freshman, added 14. Auburn gets to 6-1 at home and 10-3 overall on the season, and your next chance to see Larry Vickers' team in action is your next chance to see Stephen Pearl's team in action. Really cool Monday, December 29th. So not 2 days from now, but 9 days from now at Neville Arena. It'll be a women's and men's basketball doubleheader. It's a split doubleheader, so there's a lot of time in between. The women are going to play Jackson State at 1 o'clock Central, and then the men will play against Queens at 9 Central. So you can make a day of it here on the Plains. So I'd love to see a bunch of people come in and take in both games. You can get your tickets for the women's game. The men's game very likely a sellout, but you can certainly go to aubtix.com, aubtix.com, or go to the tickets tab on the Auburn Game Day app and get your tickets for Monday, December 29th. Again, the women against Jackson State at 1 and the men against Queens at 9 p.m. Today, the Tigers trail Purdue 46-32. We'll give you the stats when we come back. That's when Conecuh halftime continues in a moment.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
At East Alabama Health, our team of employees and physicians is ranked among the best season after season. In the past year alone, Becker's has named us one of the top 150 places to work in healthcare. Newsweek has called us the best in-state hospital. And for the second year in a row, Newsweek also named us as one of America's best maternity hospitals. But you know what makes us most proud at East Alabama Health? Is being an official partner of the Auburn Tigers. Join our winning team today at eastalabamahealth.org.
From birth to age 5, your child's brain is growing faster than ever. And guess what? You are your child's first teacher. Talking, singing, playing, and reading every day helps your child learn and thrive. Singing boosts memory. Playing builds problem-solving skills. Reading grows vocabulary. Talking teaches communication. Start strong because these early years matter the most. For tips and tools, visit the Alabama Department of Early Childhood Education at children.alabama.gov. Alabama's children deserve a strong start.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Magwood off the left wing. Overton, long three, left wing, swish by Kevin Overton.
Really nice play. Tigers, it's one thing they have to do the entire day is be persistent. 22-17 is nothing for the Tigers, but their defense has got to pick up on the perimeter, be a little bit more aggressive on the Boilermakers.
Kevin Overton with 2 of Auburn's made threes in the first half. Auburn just 3 of 10 from long range. Overton was 2 of 5, 4 of 8 shooting, 1 of 2 at the foul line. 3 rebounds for KO. He had 11 points, the only Tiger in double figures. Auburn trails Purdue 46-32 at the half. And your halftime stats are presented by SeatGeek. Auburn basketball fans, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling your basketball tickets, SeatGeek's the official ticket marketplace of Auburn basketball. Let's go, Tigers, SeatGeek. Purdue took higher percentage shots, and so the Boilers made them 61%, 17 of 28. Auburn got one more look at the basket, but made just 12 of 29 for 41%. Purdue made 6 of its 12 triple tries in the first half. Auburn just 3 of 10 from long range. Boilermakers a perfect 6 of 6 at the stripe. Tigers 5 of 8 at the free throw line. Total rebounds plus 4 for Purdue, 16-12. Auburn got more offensive rebounds, but 5 offensive rebounds for Purdue, 10 second chance points. 7 offensive rebounds for Auburn, just 2 second chance points. Points in the paint plus 10 for Purdue. They were 22-12 there. And to break it down even more specifically, layups and dunks. Auburn was 3 of 9 on layups, did not get a dunk in the first half. No dunk attempts, 0 dunks. Purdue was 7 of 8 on either layups or dunks, so they are getting ultra-high percentage looks at the basket. Auburn did turn it over only twice. That's a season low. Previous season low had been 3 against Oregon out in Las Vegas, so only 2 turnovers. So Purdue, though, got 4 points off turnovers. So every time Auburn turned it over, Purdue was able to capitalize. Boilermakers only turned it over 3 times themselves. Individually, leading all scorers in the first half was C.J. Cox for Purdue. He was 4 of 6, all from long range. So he had 12 points. Another big stat in the first half was Braden Smith. Only 1 of 2 shooting, but he was 4 of 4 at the free throw line, and he had 8 assists to just 1 turnover. So Smith, the All-American candidate, 8 assists, 6 points, 4 rebounds in 17 minutes on the floor. For Auburn, 11 points for Overton. Keyshawn Hall had 7. Keyshawn Murphy had 5. 4 for Elijah Freeman. 2 points apiece for Caden Magwood and Tahad Pettiford, and 1 point from Philip Jovic. Pettiford just 1 of 4 shooting. So they really took the ball out of his hands. Good off-ball defense by Purdue. Limited the opportunities for Auburn starting point guard. We'll see what adjustment Auburn makes in the second half of basketball. And we'll see after one final timeout. Thanks for listening to Conecuh Halftime. The comeback begins after this local timeout. Purdue leads Auburn 46-32 in Indianapolis. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Get ready, Auburn. The ultimate hunting and outdoor experience is coming soon with Winter Timber Outdoors. For those who know the difference, we've got you covered. From premium firearms and trusted ammo to the largest selection of knives and Sitka gear built for the extreme. Winter Timber Outdoors is your one-stop hunting shop. Plus, check out our lifestyle apparel and our On Cloud running shoes. Find us at 2049 East University Drive across from the Auburn Mall next to Walmart or online at wintertimberoutdoors.com.
This is Ray Hornsby at Affordable Comfort Cooling Systems and Plumbing. We believe our work is more than just AC and plumbing repairs. It is about serving people with integrity and care. As a Christian-owned company, we take Colossians 3:23 to heart. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men. That's why at ACCS and Plumbing, we do the job right the first time and always stand behind our work. Honest service, faith-driven values. Give us a call today or visit accsauburn.com to learn more. That's accsauburn.com.
Alabama license number 12084.
1907. Auburn had no paved roads, no local newspaper, a few automobiles, very little electricity or indoor plumbing, and one bank, Auburn Bank. For all these years, we've had a part in shaping and serving Auburn, Opelika, and East Alabama, a steadfast partner to our customers, meeting financial needs at just the right times. How do we know our community so well? Because we've grown up together. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Welcome back to Indianapolis. It's the Indy Classic, and your Auburn Tigers trail by 14 at the half, 46-32, along with Randall Dickey, Brad Law, and Andy Bertram. Now, Auburn has been in this position twice before this season, against Michigan and against Arizona in Tucson. Boy, the first 10 minutes, maybe the first 5 minutes of this second half is going to tell us a lot about if Auburn can get back into this ball game tonight.
There's not any doubt the first 5 minutes is crucial for the Tigers to come out, be fired up, get light on their feet, be really quick and athletic. They must defend better. Cannot allow a team to score 46 points in the first half on 61% shooting and 50% shooting from the three-point line. The Tigers must do a little bit better job. And also, let's get Tahad Pettifer going. He's a guy that can really fill it up. We've seen him do it before. Many trips down the floor, he can turn a game around quickly. Maybe we can find him quickly, get him started and get him going, tighten up our defense, and see what happens in the last 5 minutes of this second half.
He scored 30 points 2 weeks ago at Arizona. He scored 20 last weekend against Chattanooga. He was held to 2 in the first half here today. For Auburn to have a shot, he's got to become more involved in the Auburn offense.
Well, there's not any doubt. He's the second leading scorer on the team and is a guy that the Tigers lean to score and also score from the perimeter.
46-32, Purdue with the lead and the basketball. Kaufman-Wren, left wing against Keyshawn Murphy. Backs him inside the arc, left side of the lane. Gets double teamed, goes up with the right hand and scores.
He is so good. That jump hook, he just gets you on your hip. He just puts his body on you, can kind of elevate over the top of you. He's got a nice touch.
Keyshawn, or Trey Kaufman-Wren, with 10 points. He's the first in double figures for Purdue. 48-32, Boilermakers. Auburn ball, left wing, Keyshawn Hall. Down the left side of the lane. Double team, goes up and missed it. The rebound, low post for Auburn, but Auburn turns it over, and here's Smith the other way for Purdue. Down the lane, Lawyer off the glass, and he's fouled on his way to the basket.
With a really nice offensive rebound. Sway had that time. He thought he had an open player closer to the basket and ended up turning it over, and that put Purdue in transition, and they've done that a lot in the first half. They got us in transition. If they didn't get an open three, then they got to the free throw line and the Tigers fouled them.
Pettiford called for his first foul of the game, and Lawyer makes the free throw. Purdue has scored the first 3 points of the second half, now up 49-32. 19:15 to go in the second half of play. And Lawyer knocks home both.
The big possession right here is the second possession and offensively the Tigers have had. See if they can manufacture some baskets.
18-point lead for Purdue, biggest of the ball game. Right corner, Murphy hands the ball to Pettiford there. Guarded closely by Cox. Brings it out to the right wing. Gets a screen. Top of the circle, left wing, drive to the hole, Overton, low post, Freeman. Goes up and scores.
Really nice play.
That was all.
That's one of the big keys for the Tigers is go from one side of the floor to the other. It opens up three-point shots. It opens up driving lanes. That time Hall did a nice job driving to the basket.
50-34 Purdue with the lead and the basketball. Clough, top of the key. Low post, Kaufman-Wren knocked away nicely by Sebastian Williams-Adams. And here's Overton the other way for Auburn. KO with the right wing, picks up the dribble. Top of the circle for Pettiford, down the lane. Gets it underneath, and Murphy just wasn't ready for the pass. Cox with a run out for Purdue to the hole. He got it.
They're just capitalizing on any time that you turn it over.
Murphy wasn't ready for the pass that came to him on the low post last time down.
No, and that's one of the when to, when not to decisions. You get that ball deep, you might as well go ahead and shoot it. to pass it in traffic, it's really hard for it to get there.
Hall top of the circle from Pettiford. Low post for Murphy to the hole, up and a foul into play. I don't know if they'll get Clough from behind or Kaufman-Wren from in front. It's Kaufman-Wren, his first. Make that his second. And it will put Keyshawn Murphy at the line to shoot 2 for Auburn. Tigers trail 52-34. Again, this 18-point advantage matches the largest lead for Purdue.
Well, it's one good thing. Score anytime that you're behind. You want to score when the clock's not moving. Get to the free throw line.
First free throw rolls in for Keyshawn Murphy.
Make your baskets, shorten the game a little bit, have more value in each possession, and be successful and efficient when you do have that.
Second free throw from Keyshawn Murphy. Missed it long. Rebound Clough for Purdue. 52-35 Boilermakers.
Tigers going to change. They're going to go jump into zone that time. The 1-1-3.
Cox out on the wing. Picked up by Pettiford. Around the perimeter. Lawyer to Smith. Braden right-hand dribble. Top of the circle. 7 to shoot. Picked up by Pettiford now. 4 to shoot. Down the left side. Pull-up jumper by Smith. He didn't get it. Rebound tapped, and it comes to Cox for Purdue. In the lane. Left wing 3 ball in the air by Smith. It's good.
There's another second opportunity right there.
Yeah.
You did a really good job on the initial defense, but the Tigers didn't come up with a defensive rebound.
20-point lead for Purdue. Low post for Murphy. Out to the top for Pettiford. He'll pop a 3. Good.
Here we go. Let's get Tahad Pettiford going. Good inside-outside play from Murphy to Pettiford for the big 3.
17-point lead for Purdue. 16:48 in the second half. Free throw line, Kaufman-Wren. Right wing 3 ball, Lawyer. Nope. And a nice call because Kaufman-Wren pushed off on the offside against Keyshawn Hall, and Kaufman-Wren is called for his 3rd foul. And he'll come out.
The zone defense that time paid off again for the Tigers.
Benter back into the lineup, 6'6" redshirt freshman from Brownstown, Indiana. Brownstown Central High School. Tigers trail by 17 points, 55-38, Auburn ball. 16:40, second half. Left wing Pettiford, top of the circle Murphy. Against Clough. Hands it right back to Pettiford. Stop and pop 3, it was blocked. And the rebound out of there to Lawyer for Purdue.
Good transition defense that time. The Tigers got back and stopped the initial wave.
Bentner underneath, knocked away by Murphy. Ahead, Keyshawn, or rather KO to the basket, he put it in.
Good transition basket by the Tigers. Running off the defense is a positive for the Tigers to carve their way back in.
Overton with 13 points on the night. Tigers down 15. Smith into the corner for Cox, right side, low post Clough against Murphy. 13 to shoot, Clough into the lane. Bumped twice, up with the left hand, air ball. Rebounded by Hall. Chance to cut the lead under 15.
It's another stop by the Tigers.
Keyshawn
Really good.
To the basket. Whistle, and he dipped the shoulder, and he'll get called for the charge against Jack Benter, and it takes us to a timeout break. Auburn basketball brought to you by Auburn Opelika Tourism. Start your next visit to the Plains at aotourism.com. 15:46 in the second. The score, Purdue 55, Auburn 40. Stay tuned. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Our country is held together by small businesses. That's a fact. It's also a fact that 9 out of 10 of those small businesses will fail. Why? Because it's hard, really, really hard to build a profitable business from the ground up today. Pure Talk knows that. They started as a small American wireless company determined to keep their customer service in this country. It worked. And today, Pure Talk is determined to help other small businesses prosper by offering them the same white glove service the big guys get. Same service, same 5G network, at a truly affordable price. Pure Talk is focused on businesses that employ welders and roofers, electricians, plumbers, HVAC techs, the people who keep the lights on. If that sounds like your business, give Pure Talk Business a try and see just how much you could save. Dial pound 250, say micro, to switch to an American wireless company who understands the power of small business. Pure Talk.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Alabama Power. When you cheer, we cheer. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
15 minutes and 46 seconds in the second half remaining in Indianapolis. Auburn trails Purdue by 15, 55 to 40 going into the timeout break. A charge called against Keyshawn Hall. His second foul. Stephen Pearl spent a good portion, early portion of that timeout, talking with DJ Karstensen, who is the referee here today, or the crew chief.
Yeah, I think he felt like that that charge call by Keyshawn Hall. He was in motion, had the ball, dribbling the basketball, and kind of when the contact was made, you feel like you ought to protect ball handlers and shooters anytime.
Jacobson back in the lineup for Purdue for Auburn. It's Murphy, Pettiford, Freeman, Overton, and Hall. They break the press, and Jacobson dunks it.
Just the speed of Braden Smith just sped up the floor, and then you're throwing it to a guy 7'4" right at the rim.
17-point lead for Purdue. 15:30 in the second half of play. Pettiford at the top. Tahad at the right wing. Throws it to the low post for Hall. Hall, ball knocked out of his hand by Braden Smith. And he starts the other way for Purdue. Underneath for Jacobson, over his head and out of bounds. Yeah, that's just the sixth turnover for Purdue.
Yeah, it's a rare time, especially for Braden Smith. I think he just kind of felt a little greedy that time. And it's hard to miss a guy 7'4", but he did.
Down 17 Auburn ball. At the top, Overton. Right wing, Freeman. Keyshawn Elijah, the free throw line, put it up, didn't get it. Rebound off the bottom of the rim, off the bottom of the backboard, out of bounds, and Auburn will keep it with a 20-second shot clock change.
Auburn's a little bit more persistent on their execution offensively, which is a good sign right here. We got a baseline out of bounds. Take advantage of this.
Down 17, 15 minutes to go. Freeman will trigger with the 7'4" Jacobson face guarding him. They put Cox on Murphy. If Auburn could get the ball to Murphy, I like the chance. It's getting the ball over the 7-footer to do it. They do to the left wing for Pettiford. He goes to the low post for Murphy. Gets knocked to the floor and a foul.
Really good that time. The Tigers recognized the mismatch on Murphy. They got him the ball. When the help came, they ended up fouling Murph on that. Another baseline out of bounds play.
Third foul on Jacobson. Auburn out of bounds. Baseline right, trailing by 17 with 14:56 in the second half. The inbound in the right corner, and Freeman throws it away. Man, oh man, Auburn only had 3 turnovers in the first, only 2 turnovers in the first half. That's 5 in the second.
Yeah, the Tigers just need to get a shot every time down if they can, but continue to be persistent defensively.
Smith, double team, now picked up by Freeman. Free throw line down the left side of the lane. Head fake twice, goes up, nobody's fouled. And in the lane right now, Auburn just doesn't have an answer for Purdue, regardless of what player for Purdue has the basketball.
Yeah, Braden Smith's so crafty and so heady of a player. He plays under control with his body. He didn't only shot fake once, but he did it twice. And Elijah bid on the second one and ended up fouling him.
First foul of the day for Freeman. Free throw is up and it is good from Smith. Purdue is perfect from the line tonight now, 9 of 9.
They kind of picked up where they left off. They're at 57% field goal, 100% from the line, 50% from the three.
19-point lead for Purdue, 59-40, 14-33 in the second half. Pettiford across midcourt, bounce pass, left wing Freeman. Elijah to the top of the circle, down the left side of the lane. Into the corner for Hall, ball was deflected to Keyshawn. Hall guarded there by Benter. Back to the top, Freeman pops a 3. Missed it. And the rebound to Braden Smith. Middle of the floor. He stops and pops a three. It's short. Rebound though Purdue. Back to Smith at the right wing. Low post Jacobson. Turns, shoots, air ball. Rebound Auburn. Pettiford pushes the pace. In the key. Low post Freeman. Elijah out to the right wing for Overton. He'll pop a three there. Good.
Really nice ball movement that time. Getting assists, that's a big key for the Tigers. Setting your teammates up, making the Boilermakers move their defense from one side of the floor to the other has shown that it really works.
Overton, the only player in double figures for Auburn. He has 16. Bencher, top of the circle, three ball Purdue. Good.
They just stretch the defense. They shoot it so well from the perimeter, and then they're so big inside. It's hard to guard both. When you lose possession of that basketball and lose containment of it, they find the open shooters.
13-16 second half. Drive to the hole by Overton, and then he got it to fall. Overton with 18.
He's carrying the Tigers now offensively.
62-45 Purdue. Braden Smith at the top to the right wing. Kicks it left side, ball deflected. There's a steal for Hall with Pettiford ahead. Left wing, Overton, another three. This was short. And the rebound to Bencher. To Braden Smith. To Cox in the corner for three. In and out. And the rebound out of bounds off of Purdue. And they may challenge this one. Braden Smith is convinced that one went out of bounds against Hall. It will take us to a timeout break. With each Tigers three-pointer, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services makes a $25 donation to Outlive, which benefits local cancer patients and treatment centers. 12:40 in the second. The score, Purdue 62, Auburn 45. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Yellowwood knows that a five-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For five-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Welcome back to You Did a Thing, the only game show that rewards tiny victories with the new Frosted Berry Whataburger from Whataburger. Today's contestant is being challenged to spell his niece's name. He's writing to Haley on the gift, and he spelled it with an E-I-G-H. That's correct. You've earned a new Frosted Berry Whataburger with blueberry bursties, topped with sweet cold whip. Also enjoy prickly pear raspberry for a limited time.
Auburn women's basketball leads off a basketball doubleheader Monday, December 29th. The Tigers close out non-conference play by hosting Jackson State at 1 p.m. Central. Tickets are available at aubtix.com. Whataburger patty melts will be available for fans that arrive early. Come out and support the Tigers against Jackson State in Neville Arena. Monday, December 29th at 1 p.m. Central. War Eagle.
Brad Law back in the Auburn Sports Network studios. A quick Yellowwood scoreboard update. College football playoff. SEC 1-1 today. Ole Miss beat up on Tulane 41-10 in Oxford. And in College Station, Miami knocked off Texas A&M 10-3. Oregon taking on James Madison in the 5-12. Ducks got a touchdown on their first drive. Not the extra point, though. 6-0 Ducks in front of James Madison. JMU driving past midfield. Let's get you back to Indianapolis. Once again, voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, and Coach Randall Dickey.
Auburn trails Purdue 62-45 with 12 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second half.
I think statistically the Tigers are playing much, much better. They're shooting 5 for 10, 50% from the field, 2 for 5, which is 40%, which is very good. Must continue to be persistent defensively. We've got to get more stops. We cannot get in a situation that we trade baskets this last 12-40. We got to get stops and go score. And I still hang on the fact that if we could get Dahad Pettiford going, we know how explosive a scorer he is. If we could get him going, maybe take it to the last couple of minutes of the game and see what happens.
Pettiford, Hall, Jovic, Freeman, and Overton, the Auburn 5. Harris, Clough, Lawyer, Bencher, and Braden Smith for Purdue. Auburn ball down 62-45. To Hod, bounce pass, Freeman left wing outside the arc. Gets a screen from Jovic. Now to the top for Hall. Keyshawn one dribble, now to Pettiford straight away. Pettiford against Bencher. Step back three ball, barely drew iron. Rebound to Purdue. Jakari Harris.
I think Hod kind of put a little more pressure on himself than he should. His body wasn't in rhythm that time.
Smith, left wing. Looping pass, Clough. Hands the ball to Lawyer. Top of the key. Left wing, Bencher. 10 to shoot for Purdue. Lawyer down the right side on the key, or on the wing. Free throw line, Bencher. 4 to shoot. Long three, Lawyer, right wing, no. Rebound to the floor. Auburn has it. And that's a shot clock violation against Purdue. And it takes us to another timeout. 11:49 to go in the second. Our score: Purdue 62, Auburn 45. Tiger ball when we come back to Indy as Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Look, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you're an Auburn fan like me and you haven't switched your phone service to War Eagle Mobile, you're passing up a slam dunk. Here's the deal. You get exclusive game day perks, and War Eagle Mobile contributes to Auburn athletics with every payment you make. No contracts, no hidden fees, no reason to put it off another minute. Switch now to the only phone plan built for the Auburn family and on the T-Mobile 5G network. Visit wareaglemobile.com. That's wareaglemobile.com.
Nugget Bells, Nuggets all the way.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison.
And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
is sharing them when we cut down the Christmas tree.
We will pack the car with gifts, and of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Hey, Mom, sorry for the late message. It's been absolutely crazy here. And this morning, I went for a run on Kailua Beach and saw the most insane sunrise. I sent some photos. And then this afternoon, we worked on another Black Hawk. My new unit is amazing. I'm learning a ton. And guess what? You called it. I'm going surfing on Sunday. And we're going to... All right, yeah, cool. Be right there. I gotta go. I'll see you next week. I love you.
Learn how you can be all you can be at GoArmy.com.
Defensive statistics are presented by Cook's Pest Control. Cook's is the South's most trusted name in pest control and the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers.
Purdue has out-rebounded Auburn tonight 23-17. Points in the paint in favor of Purdue 28-16. Auburn only had 2 turnovers in the first half, but has 5 here in the second half, and we're at the 11:49 mark of the second half. Yeah, points off turnovers right now, wildly in favor of Purdue, 12-3.
I think one of the things that we haven't realized, or the team hasn't realized, that every time that you turn it over, that eliminates you an opportunity to get a shot on that possession. And we've got to get a shot each possession, try to get some stops on the other end, and not trade baskets throughout this half.
62-45 as Pettiford picks up the inbound roll almost to midcourt, picks up the dribble. Wraparound pass to Jovic. Back to the top for Pettiford, 20 to shoot. Right wing, inside the arc, Overton from 18 feet, didn't get it. Nothing but Purdue there for the rebound, and it's Smith the other way for the Boilermakers. Free throw line, Clough against Jovic. One dribble, picks it up. Low post for Kaufman-Wren. Turnaround jumper off the glass, it's good.
He is so efficient. He's one of the best low post players in college basketball, and he showed it right then over the top of the double team.
Preseason first team All-American. And Pettiford is coming off the floor and favoring.
Look, he may have rolled his ankle a little bit there.
Okay. Clark Pearson will follow him to the end of the bench, Auburn's athletic trainer. And Caden Magwood is into the lineup. They're looking at the right foot for Pettiford, who's in a bit of pain right now. Auburn ball. Freeman around the perimeter. It comes to Overton, left wing. Low post, Hall. Double team, 15 to shoot. Skip pass, right side Freeman. Elijah in the air from 3, didn't get it. Rebound and a foul. It's going to go against Clef. Make that Clough against Keyshawn Hall.
Really
first foul against Oscar Clough.
Yeah, Keyshawn Hall stuck his nose in there on the offensive rebound, battled hard, drew the foul.
Pettiford, by the way, leaves the floor with Clark Pearson to go to the Auburn locker room. Freeman with the inbound. Lobs it up the left wing for Keyshawn Hall. Tigers trail 64-45. Freeman, left wing for Kevin Overton. Screen from Jovic. 9 to shoot for Auburn. Baseline left. Drive to the hole by Freeman. Right wing for Hall. 3 to shoot. 3 ball in the air from Keyshawn, and he drains it.
Good 3. Nice drive by Elijah Freeman to draw the defense. He got it to the paint. Opened up the shot for Keyshawn Hall on the opposite side of the floor.
12 points for Keyshawn Hall, 64-48. The lead for the Boilermakers. Left wing, wide open 3 ball, Jakari Harris. Good.
They just stretched the defense so far, and they're so good at passing the basketball.
And 12 assists tonight now for Braden Smith.
And 17 for the team on 24 made baskets. The Boilermakers are really efficient offensively.
We're under 10 minutes to go in the second half. Boilermakers lead Auburn 67-48. 3 ball, left wing Overton, no. And the rebound pulled in by Mayer. Ahead to Braden Smith. Leaves it for Mayer. To Clough. Back to Mayer, left side of the key. Braden Smith outside the arc. Low post. And a foul from behind on Keyshawn Hall, his 3rd, as he was defending Trey Kaufman-Wren on that entry pass. Take on game day with the great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Mayer off the inbound. Back to Braden Smith. Smith between the circles. Left wing, open 3 ball. Jakari Harris knocks it home.
Another assist for Braden Smith. The Tigers are just kind of stuck ankle deep in the floor, and they need to get to moving and go cover that guy.
Overton 3 ball, left wing, good for Auburn.
Good bright backs. Good timeout right here to stop. Kind of regroup just a little bit. Try to get a little bit more fire in your belly and come back out with a play with a little bit more zest.
9:16 in the second half of play. Our score from Indianapolis, Purdue 70, Auburn 51. We're back after this. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
No break, no break.
We'll keep it here. And we will pause 10 seconds for station identification of the Auburn Sports Network. .9:16 in the second. Purdue 70, Auburn 51. Sebastian Williams-Adams, Kevin Overton, Keyshawn Murphy, Elijah Freeman, and Caden Magwood, the Auburn 5. Pettiford in the Auburn locker room with an injured foot, ankle on the right side. We have not received any information with regard to the status of Pettiford, who left the game and then sat on the bench for a moment and then left for the locker room. Purdue basketball, leading Auburn by 19 points. Smith to the corner. Mayer, low post. Keyshawn Wren. The ball was blocked by Murphy, and here's Auburn the other way.
Tigers were in that 1-1-3 zone matchup defense that time. It really paid off. They got some help. Murphy made a nice block.
Overton on the right wing to the baseline. Back out to Murphy. Top of the circle for Magwood. Down 19, Auburn ball. 8:40 in the second half. Magwood from a double team. Steps into a 3 ball and missed it. And the rebound to Clough. They've out-rebounded Auburn in this game 26-18. Left wing. Harris from the free throw line. To Kaufman-Wren against Murphy. Gets doubled. Backs up near the left baseline. To the top for Smith. Kicks it right wing for Harris. 3 ball in the air. He's Knocked home another. He has 4. 3 of those in the second half.
They just keep moving that ball till they find the open guy, and then they're hot from the perimeter as well.
Drive to the hole by Freeman, and he's fouled as he goes down on the floor. He'll go to the line for 2. It's a 22-point lead right now for Purdue. Purdue is 11 of 21 from 3 in this ball game.
Yeah, that was one of the things that you really thought athletically that we could eliminate, but they have really shot it well, but their passing has created those openings. They are very efficient around the horn, passing that basketball, finding the open guy.
First free throw from Elijah Freeman is good. He gets his first point of the second half, 5 points on the night.
It's really a nice athletic move by Elijah that time. He took it from the wing, split 2 defenders, drew the foul.
8:02 in the second half. Purdue by 21. Freeman knocks home both, and the lead is 20 for the Boilermakers. Playing like the number 6 team in the country tonight.
Tigers going to try that zone one more time here.
Kaufman run left wing. Low post Clough underneath the basket. He missed the bunny, and the rebound to Murphy. Up the left side for Elijah Freeman, left wing. Freeman to the baseline, gets cut off and throws it away. Got up in the air and had nowhere to go with it. Mayer the other way for Purdue. Free throw line down the lane. Picks it up, top of the circle for Harris. Another 3 ball. They missed this one. And the rebound to Murphy for the Tigers. Auburn trails by 20 with 7:22 to go in the second half. Between the circles, Caden Magwood off the left wing. Top of the circle, Murphy. Outside the arc. Now to Magwood between the rings. Right wing for Overton. Overton to the wing. Murphy right side. Left wing. Low post. Sebastian Williams-Adams with a reverse layup. It's good. Nicely played.
That was a really good offense. Might be the best offensive series the Tigers have had today. Every player touched the basketball. Had 2 different penetrations to suck the defense in and got Sebastian Williams-Adams to the basket.
18-point lead for Purdue. Kaufman, Wren, Braden Smith, left wing, Harris, wide open 3. Didn't get it. Clough went over the back, didn't get called for it. Auburn gets the rebound, down 18.
The Tigers going to make a run. This is a good time to get it going.
Freeman at the point. Down 18, Auburn ball. 6:23 on a counting clock, second half. Freeman at the wing, a screen from Murphy. And Freeman is fouled by Clough. Clough came out on a hedge, and he came out a little too far. Matter of fact, he kept moving. And that takes us to a timeout break. 6:19 in the second. Purdue 73, Auburn 55 our score. Your team is your most important asset, so ensure they're protected with the best workers' compensation insurance available. Ask your agent for an Alicom quote today. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie. Cook's Pest Control.
Auburn family, it's time to join the coolest club on the Plains, Aubie's Kids Club, presented by Chaffee's. Memberships for the upcoming school year are on sale now. Your favorite Tigers Kids Club offers 2 membership options that give you awesome gear like an Auburn t-shirt, a men's basketball SEC Champions medal sign, and more. Throughout the year, you can check in at Auburn Athletics events to receive points, earn prizes, and you'll also get invited to special events only available through Aubie's Kids Club. Head to auburntigers.com/kids club to sign up today. War Eagle.
Back in the Auburn Sports Network studios, Brad Law with a check of the Yellowwood scoreboard. Only other ranked team on the floor right now is number 23, Virginia. Cavaliers looking to finish off Maryland, 75-67. Wahoo's with the lead. They're going to go to 10-1 on the season if they can hang on over the final 30 seconds of this game. And also just getting underway in Phoenix, a former Pac-12 rivalry matchup. Now it's ACC versus Big 12. Colorado leads Stanford 7-3. That's a basketball score. They've played 2.5 minutes. As we send you back to Indianapolis, Andy Burcham and Randall Dickey.
Auburn trails 73-55 with 6:19 to go in the second half. Auburn ball. Murphy off the inbound, hands the ball back to Hall. Keyshawn down the lane. Hangs, goes up, ball deflected, and out of bounds off of Auburn. The ball was deflected to Sebastian Williams-Adams off of Sway and out of bounds. I think Auburn got the shot it wanted. The ball was just blocked.
Had a good play call out of the timeout.
Smith. Kaufman-Wren inside the three-point line. Sebastian Williams-Adams has it. He backs his way to the basket and scores. 14 points for Trey Kaufman-Wren.
Just a different level player today. It's amazing how well that Purdue has played and passed that basketball.
Open three, Keyshawn Hall left wing, missed it short. Rebound out of bounds off of Braden Smith. Then Auburn gets it as C.J. Cox returns to the lineup for Purdue and replaces Jakari Harris. Has 4 threes, 3 of those in the second half. Inbound, Sebastian Williams-Adams. Ball deflected out of bounds by Lawyer. Auburn trails by 20 with 5:36 to go in the second half of play. Auburn trailed 46-32 at the half. The lead has been around the 20-point mark most of the second half. Inbound Murph at the top. Hands to Hall. 13 to shoot. Kicks it right wing, 3-ball, Overton. Nope, air ball. Rebound underneath for Murphy. He missed a wide open bunny. He goes down, and he's hurt. It's his right leg. And Murph will have to come out, and Jovic will come back in for Auburn. .5:23 in the second. Purdue by 20. Auburn started the second half shooting the ball pretty well, but now just 36% from the field in the second half and 39% in the game. Purdue ball. Lawyer, long three, right wing, missed. And the rebound saved by Braden Smith. That comes to Jovic. To Magwood. Auburn 5-on-4 the other way. Magwood, right wing. Overton drives to the hole, puts it up from about 7, didn't get it. Rebound out of bounds off of Freeman. And it's just not falling right now for the Tigers, friends.
No, there's a big lid on the basket on the Tigers end. They just can't get it. That was a pretty easy jump shot. Just couldn't get it to go down.
75-55 Purdue. 4:54 in the second half. Purdue ball in the corner. Cox, low post. Kaufman-Wren against Jovic. Spins to the basket and scores.
He's just one of the best players in the country. He's just really utilizing that low post moves. Just gets right up over the top of you and scores.
Caden Magwood at the left wing. Good bounce pass to Jovic. Goes up and he missed it. And here is Purdue the other way. Cox on the right wing. Top of the circle for Jacobson. Free throw line, it's Lawyer. At the top, it's Braden Smith. Kaufman-Wren. Left side. Bangs his way into a triple team in the lane. Right wing 3-ball Lawyer. No. Weak side rebound. Kevin Overton for Auburn. Up the floor, down the right sideline to the wing, to the lane. Underneath, off of Freeman and out of bounds. Goodness gracious. And it takes us to our final media timeout. 3:59 to go. Purdue 77, Auburn 55. On to Victory is proud to be the official events and experiences company of the Auburn Tigers. Experience Auburn like never before through On to Victory. See upcoming events and sponsorship opportunities at ontovictory.com. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Since 1992, Alicomp has been putting points on the board by providing championship-level workers' compensation insurance to Alabama-based businesses of all types and sizes. Alicomp has the right people in the right positions to produce the results to save you money and pays you a dividend. Your team is your most valuable asset, so make sure that they are protected. Ask your agent for an Alicomp quote today. Get the coverage you can count on with Alicomp. Don't just insure, be sure. It's the Alicomp way. Welcome back to the Ford F-150 Truck Highlight Show.
We saw an outstanding performance, Andy.
It wasn't just a performance, Gabe. F-150 sent a message.
I mean, come on. Towing, payload, technology. It's one highlight after another.
Gabe, it's always game on with a Ford F-150. For the latest offers on the official truck of the Auburn Tigers, see your local Ford dealer today. Whoa, Regal.
Keep it here after the game for the Regents Bank postgame show with final stats and analysis, plus comments from Coach Pearl. Now back to the game.
A couple notes from Scott Scroggins in this one as Auburn trails 77-55 with 3:59 to go in the second half. Keyshawn Hall with 12 points on the night has been in double figures in all 11 games for Auburn this season. And the 21 points for Kevin Overton, his second 20-point game of the year. He scored a career-high 29 against North Carolina State.
Yeah, both those guys, really overall, it's just been the efficiency of the Boilermakers have just really been efficient on their scoring. They've got huge amount of assists, 19, I think, assists on a 28 made baskets.
Purdue basketball leading Auburn by 22 points. Auburn presses, and they step out of bounds. Lawyer stepped out of bounds in front of the Auburn bench. That is the 9th turnover for Purdue. Auburn with 9 as well. Jovic the inbound.
It's been 2 or 3 minutes here since we've scored, right?
Oh, for the last 6 from the field for Auburn. Magwood, left wing 3. Nope. And the rebound to Jacobson. The 7'4" sophomore for Purdue. Auburn now 0 of its last 8, 1 of its last 10 from the field. Tigers have gone over 3 minutes without scoring. Braden Smith at the point. Great pass. Kaufman Wren to the hole. He didn't get it. Rebound fought for, goes out of bounds to Purdue.
One of the many 50-50 balls that just seemed like Purdue's just beating us to it or just getting fortunate today.
Braden Smith will trigger baseline left. Inbound, Kaufman Wren. Backs his way, now faces Jovic, gets double teamed, outside the lane, in the lane, up with the right hand and scores.
Well, that jump hook is one of the best we've seen. This is certainly the 3rd best team that we've played behind Michigan and Arizona. They compared very well to both those teams.
Overton at the right wing, long 3 KO, didn't get it. Rebound Jacobson. Ooh, threw a little bit of an elbow there against Jovic.
Those two guys are really battling underneath that basket.
Yep. 79-55 Purdue. Under 3 minutes in the second half. Kaufman Wren tied up at the free throw line and a foul whistled against Caden Magwood. And Purdue goes to its bench as its starters come out. Purdue about to go to 11-1 on the season. Auburn will fall to 8-4. Inbound to Mayer. He's the backup point guard for Purdue, and a whistle and a foul on Overton. Sixth foul against Auburn. Purdue out of bounds down the right sideline. Inbound to Liam Murphy. Back to Mayer. Off the left wing. Mayer, skip pass. Right wing. 3-ball. Benter. Good.
They just continue the barrage of threes. Wide open threes.
12 of 26 from 3 today. 2:17 to go. 82-55 Purdue. Keyshawn Hall down the left side of the lane. On the wing, left side for Overton. To Hall, picked up by Jacobson. Shoots a 3 over Jacobson, didn't get it. And the rebound to Jakari Harris. 82-55 Purdue. Low post pass, Jacobson too far for him. And this is Magwood the other way for Auburn, across midcourt. Free throw line. And he lost it. And a breakout for Mayer. Gets the ball to Benter to the hole, he dunks it. Purdue having some fun at Auburn's expense right now, friends. 84-55 Purdue. They are returning the favor from Auburn a year ago in Birmingham. 1:32 in the second. Jovic outside the arc, low post for Hall. Goes up and gets fouled on the play by Liam Murphy.
Yeah, it seems like this kind of traded teams. Auburn team a year ago looks a lot like the Purdue team here today. They're seasoned.
Yeah.
They've got great size, great production on the front line, but they're just got excellent guard play as well.
Hall's free throw is good. Keyshawn with 13 points, one of 2 in double figures for Auburn. Kevin Overton with 21. Pettiford with 5 before he left with an injured foot. Looks like he is back on the Auburn bench right now. That's good to see. And Hall knocks down both free throws. 84-57. Auburn just 0 of its last 9 from the field. That's in a 5.5-minute span. Mayer against Overton. Off the right wing, picked up by Jovic. And he throws it away to Sebastian Williams-Adams. Ahead to Overton. Drives to the hole, hangs and gets fouled. He'll go to the line for a couple. Foul will go against Murphy, his second. Stops the clock with 1:05 to go. Auburn will leave from Indianapolis tomorrow, head home for the holidays. Tigers are back the day after Christmas to start work on Queens University and the start of SEC play at Georgia. Free throw by Overton is in and out. Auburn 10 of 15 from the line tonight. (84-57) Purdue. Overton got the second to fall. He has 22 on the night.
He's had a good night.
Yes,
He's been competitive. He's got the ball in the basket.
Under a minute to go in this one. 84-58 Purdue. Mayer all the way to the basket, lays it in. (86-58). Purdue on top, Tiger ball. Final 43 seconds in this one. Magwood, Jovic drives into the lane, to the basket, scores. Nicely moved. Nice move by Philip Jovic.
I've been waiting on that. You can always count on Philip at least once a game, taking it from the top of the key, put it on the deck, snaking his way through to the basket. Really made a nice move there.
Omer Meyer off the left wing, picked up by Jovic outside the arc. Drives to the free throw line, all the way to the hole and scores. 18 seconds to go in this one. Purdue up 88-60. On the right wing, Magwood. Purdue fans come to their feet. Final 7 seconds to go in this one. Sebastian Williams-Adams drives, fade away, puts it up, he didn't get it. Rebound Purdue, and the Boilermakers win it. A convincing win for Purdue tonight. Boilermakers 88, Auburn 60.
I tell you what, the Tigers picked the 3 teams, the Michigan team, the Arizona team, and the Purdue team that they played today, I think played as good as they were capable of playing. I think we have a chance to see those guys later in the March Madness. The Tigers certainly got to go back, regroup. I hope they have really a safe trip home and have a safe Christmas. But we got to come back, regroup, get ready for the real deal. We got Queens University right after Christmas, and then we open up in conference play in the SEC at Georgia. It's not going to get easier. The Tigers have just got to regroup, chalk it up to a tough day. I hope that Tahad Pettifer's ankle is good. I think that seeing him coming back to the bench, I think that's a positive. But we just didn't have it, and Purdue did today.
Next up for the Tigers, December 29th, Auburn plays Queens University out of Charlotte at Neville Arena and a 9 o'clock Central Time start. Our coverage begins at 8:30. Final score here tonight, Purdue 88, Auburn 60. Stay tuned. The Regions Bank postgame show is next. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn assistant men's basketball coach